I'm Pop. I love movies. I laugh. I cry. I enjoy every bit of a film as much as I can to a certain point, but I'm optimistic about finding the awesome things that stand out. Unlike my friend here,
I'm Flix, and I love to critique the crap out of movies. I love movies to death, but with all the crap that Hollywood is putting in our movies nowadays, someone needs to take a stand.
we are Pop Flix.
GSH, y'all. That's greetings, salutations, and hello to you all out there. This is Pop Flix. I'm Flix.
And I'm Pops, and today we'll be starting to run through the DCEU with Man of Steel. And I personally can't run fast enough.
Released in 2013, this seemed to be the DC's beginning to their own cinematic universe. With Henry Cavill as Superman, Amy Adams as Lois Lane,
And Russell Crowe and Kevin Costner are the super daddies. But with such a great solid cast, it is only sitting at a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. So let's get this started.
Okay. That's a neat little way to start the Warner Brothers logo this time.
I always found this starting weird. I don't know why. It's just like I feel like it's a ripoff of Batman.
That's a lot of this movie, but I find this entire Krypton scene is just really weird. Like, it's a neat reimagining of Krypton, but I don't know if anyone really asked for this.
I like it for the fact of, like, okay, it's something different.
Yeah.
You know, not the boring, like, oh, they're at a trial, you know.
Boring trial that dictates the second movie altogether, yes.
Yeah.
At least that was setting up another movie where this one just seems to be like, here's Krypton for 10 minutes for no adequate reason.
Want to rewind real quick? That DC logo, the Band-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
I remember how, like, it wasn't controversial, but everyone was like, it looks so stupid. Because it's a D, and, you know, when it's folded down, you see the C part, and everyone's like, that's stupid.
I know, it's really stupid and bad design choices, kind of like this movie. Okay, so what's with the little robot who's just like the everything robot?
He's the Skype, he's the
like for
baby
real
monitor.
For real, like if that had been Jor-El on Earth, I think I'd have been more okay with it. But because it just kind of they serve as these super insane robots that can do anything. It's just a little, I don't know, bothersome.
I'm just like, push.
This is the first natural birth in a century. How do you know, push? Like, or maybe not. Is it a century or 1,000 years?
I think it's 1,000.
Yeah,
something like that. Well, you know, I'm looking at this, and if there was a joke in here that would lighten up the movie a little bit more, like, wow, he weighs more than blah blah steel.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's so crazy too is this take. I think it was like, whoa, I don't ever remember Krypton being like this exotic and weird. And
to me though, it looks like this scene belongs in Star Wars, like the outer planetary scene.
Yeah,
belongs in a Star Wars movie.
And you know, I remember when I heard Russell Crowe was going to be
Jor-El.
I was like, what? And then seeing this scene, I'm like, what the fuck is the council wearing? It's so weird. Like, it's like something that...
something out of Hunger Games where they're just wearing all the crazy fashions.
Yeah, it was one of those things, like, it sounded good on paper, and then they showed it, they're like, ooh, these are gaudy.
Let's put as much wire on everybody. What does it signify? Nothing, it's just wire on everybody.
Wire on everybody. Gold wire.
I mean, in the first movie, they were just wearing those, like, sparkly space-age clothes for the 80s.
There he is. I remember Michael Shannon. Right?
Michael Shannon.
I remember he was cast as Zod. I was like, oh yes. And I was like, where's the goatee? And
the slick back hair and the widow's peak.
Yeah, I didn't mind his hair, but I was like, where's the goatee? This is weird. I want his goatee. Now I just see Michael Shannon being a douche.
Man, you know, it's funny that you bring that kind of thing up because in a lot of movies the suspension of disbelief is lost on certain actors when they're so sort of synonymous with another role.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
it's like Jim Gordon in the stupid Gotham show where he doesn't have his mustache yet.
Yeah.
It's bugging me.
Well, and I mean, speaking of Jim Gordon's, in the Justice League movie, freaking Louis C.K. or J.K. Simmons. I don't know who I got.
Louis C.K.
But J.K. Simmons playing Commissioner Gordon, the moment he speaks, I'm just like, all I hear is J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, it's true. But,
I'll get that, Batman!
But if one became before the other, then it would be opposite because he does look like Jim Gordon.
He does. No, he oh gosh. Out of everybody that looks close to the comic book adaptations, I think Jim Gordon in these movies is what I see Jim Gordon looking like in like every other medium.
Well, I would say second to that would be Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, I mean I could see him, but it's Henry Cavill is really weird in this regard where he's not really Superman until the end of the movie, but he's still pretty much Superman the entire time. He's not the Clark Kent that we know.
He's not even Clark Kent at all.
No.
The movie. Oh, there we go. Skype.
That's what I'm saying though. It's just like it's everything. And how many times is there in this movie that a person tells another person to look behind them and shoot?
Yeah.
There's at least 2. He gets it done for him, and he does it once later. But
oh my goodness. Yeah, this looks like something out of Star Wars.
The Battle of Coruscant's not going well for the Republic.
Oh man, that would be an awesome tie-in. It's just like, what?
Krypton's actual name is Coruscant, and they just
no.
natives call
You
it
find out
Krypton.
this is their first order, like taking out Krypton.
Also, like the random dragonfly dog,
the beast.
thing.
This is the part my wife likes. She's like, Russell Crowe riding a beast. I'm like, but it's so weird.
Well, it has nothing to do with like anything.
I think it was just the aspect of like just because it's Russell Crowe and he's riding a beast. I don't know. Then when you get into like, I'm like, whoa, that's not the floor of Krypton. There's more stuff under it.
Well, they talked about they were hollowing out the core of the planet.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Zack Snyder's take was like, let's be bold and big, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't think you need that for a Superman movie. But
I don't think you need it for when they're on the planet that's about to die. Like,
and he's wearing a Superman suit.
Yeah. Well, it's just like this entire fight is going on Krypton, where he knows it's going to blow up. A lot of the people on the planet know it's going to blow up, but still there's this battle for it going on, like it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, well, that's Zod. And this weird, like, baby
the Matrix
chamber.
baby chamber thing, yeah.
Oh, this is the Matrix. Man, he's just making all these things tie together. Zach's
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Zach's like, Star Wars, Matrix meets Superman.
Also, the Codex is the thing he's grabbing here. That's the most important thing for their planet. Like, right? It's got the genetic code of all the people of Krypton.
I don't know why it was a skull.
But not even that. Why is it not being guarded?
Yeah, it's in like some water chamber.
They're like, nobody knows how to deep sea dive.
Yeah.
That'll keep us all safe. And there's a beeping, but no defense system.
He breaks it. Damn it.
Oh, no.
Doesn't he shave it down later, though?
No, it gets put into him. Or it gets put into... Like, it's disintegrated and put into... Kal-El.
Oh, yeah, I found that confusing, too. I was like, wait, so... In order for our people to live on, Superman just needs the bone a lot to get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's
the Winged Beast.
but it's still like this entire beginning scene sets up a kind of non-important plot point later on. Like the whole thing with the Codex being inside Kal-El. How does that really change this movie?
Yeah,
Like, the Kryptonians coming to Earth, they're still going to want to terraform Earth. Superman's still going to have to stop them, and Superman's still going to be their threat. So, like, why do we even have this scene in this movie?
To see him ride a winged beast. Because it's Russell Crowe. He is Australian. I'm trying really hard to defend it, but I'm like, yeah, it's just... They wanted to see Russell Crowe ride a beast.
And kill a small dragonfly dog. Well, not small, but a dragonfly dog.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now it's coming back to me. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've seen Man of Steel, so I wonder why.
Yeah. It's also funny that, the people they cast for being on Krypton, pretty much outside of Russell Crowe and Michael Shannon, It doesn't make a difference who they cast.
I was about to say that. I was like, I don't even know who she is.
No.
Actress-wise.
I'm sure she's someone famous, though, given the role she's doing, but...
And this movie killed that.
Yeah. But it's like... They even give her a scene after Zod gets sent away and the planet's blowing up where she's the last person on Krypton you see, but it still doesn't make it pointful, like, or even poignant. Oh, the planet's blowing up. We didn't know this before we watched this movie. Anyone that knows it. Like, this is something that really pisses me off about pretty much every single DC movie to this point in time. They need origin stories where they don't need origin stories. Like, why do we need to know the origin of Superman again? Like, if it had been a flashback throughout the movie...
Well, that's the same problem with, like, The Amazing Spider-Man. Remember when they're like, we're bringing that back. Oh, by the way, you're going to show Uncle Ben. I'm like, this is the problem with, like, these movies in this era. Because Amazing Spider-Man came out around the same time, right?
I honestly don't remember.
Then, the problem with BVS, someone's like, oh, why are you showing us his parents getting killed again?
No, well, but that's okay, so talking about Spider-Man, at least in Spider-Man Homecoming with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, you just find out that Uncle Ben is dead. Yeah. Like, you don't have to see him die again, you just find out he's dead. And that's the reason that Spider-Man, like, kind of has his thing. You don't need all the details, you just know at this point in time... A dead Spider-Man, or a dead Uncle Ben equals Spider-Man.
Once again, Marvel does it better.
Exactly. Oh, sorry.
Well, not with the Amazing Spider-Man, but with the MCU.
But no, they just, I don't know,
Whoa, baby penis.
That's consistent in the Superman movies too.
Right? I'm like, so we have something about those baby penises being shown.
The only reason you don't even get like a full origin story in Superman Returns... is because...
It's a continuation. It's basically 5 of the Christopher Reeve run.
I thought it was basically 3, ignoring 3 and 4 of the original Christopher Reeves run.
I don't know. Whoever's smoking what, you know. Because I know that... No, it was 5, because that movie was supposed to take place after 4, but then Mr. Christopher Reeve, rest in peace, fell off the horse and got paralyzed. So that was like the lost script, and I remember it was a big deal because everybody was bidding on it.
So speaking of DC movies, Teen Titans Go to the Movie, the one I did the self-infliction for.
Yeah. Great, by the way.
I do have to make apologies out there for that, though. A little bit of a thing. Posted this before the video. I made some comments about Stan Lee. They weren't hurtful comments per se, but they probably weren't comments that should have been said. But then he passed away after it was recorded.
Yeah.
So, sorry out there to everybody.
Rest in peace, Stanley.
Well, I'm so glad that he had his cameo in Venom, and he's going to have cameos in Infinity War and Captain Marvel, or the next Infinity War movie.
Well, you're just trying to save yourself now, aren't you?
I'm just saying because nothing important's going on right now.
I know, right?
But, no.
That ship is weird, too.
You mean the penis ship?
I wish... No, the penis ships. That doesn't look like a penis ship.
The
penis ships are coming.
They are coming, but this is also a very close penis ship.
I'm like, why are we just so exotic with this? Why can't we just, like, have, like, classic spaceship that he's been riding in for all these years I've known? Not this weird...
The one that looks like a meteor? Like, it makes sense for not to be noticed as it comes in Earth's atmosphere?
Yeah, or there's that classic one where it was like a pointy ship with the wings and stuff like that. You know, that was pretty cool. But this one's like, just looking at their suits and looking at, especially that, like, what are you wearing, Russell Crowe?
It's all of them. They're wearing this battle armor that doesn't do jack because every time somebody gets shot, it just kills them anyway.
Or stabbed. Yeah, so, you know, like... I wish I was in that production meeting where I'm like, all right, show me the art. What are they wearing?
Yeah. No, so also, his mom had the first natural birth in centuries. This is what I think he just said. How did she hide that? Did she just stay in the house for however long it takes, or?
Wow, now we find out Jor-El is a
Kung Fu master.
A Kung Fu master. He's the gladiator.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? No, not so far, but we'll see how your son does.
I love, too, how karate or kung fu is always like an aspect of fighting styles for these movies.
Yeah.
You know.
Which, I mean, you think about it, like, Superman, though, he's so strong. I don't think he learns any form of martial art.
That is true. Just punch.
You just punch. Well, it's. I mean, let's think about it. Can you learn to master yourself to break these 27 planks?
Shoot him. Movie over.
Well, no.
Well, not movie over, but still.
Zod's part in the movie over.
Zod. The Codex is Krypton's future.
You know the funniest thing?
She has such a bee face.
She does. but you know, it'd be... Actually, maybe she's the person that plays Leonidas' wife in the movie 300. She kind of looks like that to me.
That'd be fun to look up.
But regardless, it'd be really funny here if, as that one's taking off, you just see another one flying right after it. And Jarell just being like, oh, hey, there's Karel.
Or they...
just crash into each other and explode.
Blows up like, well,
dang it!
Movie over. And flop. Doop. What was that armor good for? You just got stabbed.
I know. Like, people got shot, their armor didn't do anything. He just got stabbed, didn't do anything.
Why didn't he just stab her, too? You know what I mean? Like, then he gets, like, arrested. Oh, wait, no, it's coming up here. Never mind.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a while, folks. I'm sorry. But, so with this sitting at 56% on Rotten Tomatoes, does that mean it's a little bit higher than BVS?
Oh, dang. I think it's actually lower than BVS.
Whoa, that would be weird because that was a bipolar type of movie. You either liked it or you hated it. Man of Steel, people were like, meh. Even the hardcore Superman fans, like my brother, he was like, I loved it. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
No,
I was like,
you know what? Totally wrong on that.
I was okay. There we go.
This movie is far higher than Batman vs Superman.
Is it like 20%?
27%.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. And what's funny is like I prefer BVS the Ultimate Edition over Man of Steel because Man of Steel takes too long to build up.
Yeah, but that's the same problem with the first Superman movie, is that we start with this little kid reading a newspaper, then we go all the way to Krypton for like 10 minutes of nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
Well, look, more wire.
Okay.
See if you guys don't waste your resources on making those gaudy outfits your planet should be.
Oh, no, he's so mad.
So mad and angry. You know what's so funny, though, is I'm like, dude, you're getting the out. Like, you know the planet's dying, so...
You won't kill us yourself? Well, we have two choices right now. We could send you up into the Phantom Zone, or we could just leave you on the planet, you know?
I do like this scene, because I do like his line. I will find him. I will reclaim what you have taken from us.
I don't know. He says, I will find him a few too many times.
I will find him, Laura. I will find him. I'll find him.
Like, for real. I love how his other subordinates are just like they're all tied up and they're just like, oh, he's pissed again. If he ever gets out of this, he's gonna be real pissed.
Yep.
Also, is that supposed to be like cryo freezing that they're going into? It kind of seems like it. But then
it gets weird.
Well, but then they're being sent into the Phantom Zone on their penis ships. Like, well, no, but they're going into the Phantom Zone. Why do you need to cryo freeze them?
Are you
afraid that they're going to find a way?
I think it was one of those things that another thing like, oh, what if they get cryo freezed and blah blah. It looks good on paper, but actually it doesn't look good at all. Well, and I'm like, why do you need a whole ship to send them to the Phantom Zone? And the last one, you made them in a mirror and you sent them to the Phantom Zone.
Just have them sitting in the middle of nothing, and then just suddenly they were out in space.
I don't ever remember the Phantom Zone being this like extravagant. Was that be a word?
Yeah, this unnecessary.
I like the Phantom Zone in the Batman Lego movie. It makes more sense to me.
Just shoot it out of a gun and well, and just it seems like in this case the Phantom Zone works on like
and those
really
like
precise.
Seamen.
Yeah, but it looks like in the movies the Phantom Zone works on like very precise principles in this one, but later they just launch one thing into another thing and it's going to make the Phantom Zone like that setup you have going for it far overcomplicates what's pretty much just zap, they're gone.
And I'm wondering something real quick. Why does nobody jump on a ship and leave?
I mean, it's not like they don't have ships.
Or was the Kal-El one the only one?
No, they have ships. Remember, they have the ships flying all around because all the Star Wars scenes from earlier.
Oh, they kind of jump on those and go?
Yeah. Are those not space-worthy? Do you have ships that are Earth-worthy that then some of them can be sent to other planets? Because we know that there's other ones later on. But you just don't decide to save people?
How far are we in? About 20 minutes, would you say?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah. And we're still not off Krypton.
That's what I'm saying. Is that... Well, okay, we're about 20 minutes in. And we are just now at the destruction of Krypton. At least the Christopher Reeves movies ones were like 10 minutes in.
Yeah. And it's like, boom! I'm like, okay.
So, also, if the planet is imploding because they've hollowed out the core, why would it just giant explode?
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't it pretty hollow when they were talking about it?
Yeah.
And, penis.
Actually, kind of a jellyfish, now that I look at it more in space.
Well, that's why I said the other ones look really like a penis.
They do.
The thing looks like a big vagina with the little, like, the semen.
Yeah.
I'm like...
It's Zack Snyder making a metaphor. So, and here's another thing that really pisses me off, though, is that at least the Christopher Reeves ones, there's, like, context as to what happens when he arrives. But no, we just jump cut to 20-some-odd years later.
Yeah.
And even the youngest we see him, though, is still, like, 10, 12, maybe 15. Like, a kid, but not a child. You never get the story of how we found you, or, like, they get that they found him, and he had a spaceship. But they don't get any of the struggles that they kind of had with the first one.
Well, you don't find it interesting that he got on the cast of Deadliest Catch?
Yeah.
Watch it, dumbass. Gonna get squashed. Ha! I get it. I get the joke. He's Superman.
He just grabs it above his head. How much is it supposed to weigh? Like 300 pounds. Oh no, this is heavy for me. Can someone please help me?
Oh, and this weird little... There's a fire out in the middle of the ocean. Everywhere you go, Clark, there's trouble.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's you. It's not the rest of the world. It's just you. Whenever you do something, you're near something, you're just not allowed to have a peaceful life. Fate is telling you that you're screwed.
Yeah. Fetch my binoculars, Greenhorn.
Also, are they just going to assume he's dead now?
Yeah. I'm like... Spider Superman.
Also, at this point he can't fly either.
Yeah.
That seems so funny that of all the things to have never tested, it's to be that... Man, you are hot. Yeah, I get told that a lot. No, I mean, like, you're on fire. Thanks, I've been having a really good day. No, I mean, like...
Which I don't understand. Why is he on fire?
I know. I was going to say something about that.
I was going to say...
It's maybe because it's an oil rig, like some of the oil splashed on him.
Okay.
I don't know. They just wanted him on fire. Again, this is just a scene that has no purpose where there's like, we just want to have a really cool
there is
scene.
purpose in a scene.
No, there's purpose after the scene.
Because we're going to talk about how they randomly, like, a certain character was involved.
Yeah.
Which was because I don't think they actually knew they were going to have a cinematic universe with this.
No, but the jump he just does there to grab the wall is like so fake. They didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like, they just had an actor literally just jump across a place and just recorded that. You didn't need to CGI that. Just CGI it in.
Well, they have problem with mustaches, so...
Yeah. You know, it'd be the funniest thing is, like, why didn't he just come back with, like, a beard?
Yeah.
Why take away facial hair when you can just add it and make it look more natural?
Yeah, I would have loved that look.
Yeah, that in his grave, like, they'd have realized he wasn't dead.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, he's growing a mustache.
He's growing a mustache because he's still just kind of in a cryo sleep.
And where's our boy? Oh, yeah, and this weird...
Yeah.
Clark, are you listening? I can hear
everything. There's a small Asian child in China who just got her teddy bear taken away. Don't ask me how I know.
He's like, I can hear your cramps. What?
Ma'am, I didn't know you were pregnant. Wait, but... Oh my God!
It's the principals.
Yeah. Yeah, but like with all the things, I'm just surprised he hasn't laser visioned somebody at this point in time.
Yeah,
or super run. He's freaking out. Why is he not running at like?
I wish they would have gone more the route of like when you hit that door,
it just shatters.
Slams that door.
It'd be the funniest thing though is if his X-ray vision was coming in and out and he just ran right into a door and just like bounced off the door, but the door just dented. See, that's not a sign of like normality.
Yeah, but I did like Diane Lane cast as Martha.
But besides the fact that she does Jack in this movie?
Yeah, but I was just like, you kind of wasted Diane Lane. Like, there's some... That's Diane Lane, you know what I mean? It's like, you just wasted her on this freaking movie.
Well, and then... then even in the next ones that she's in, she's still pretty wasted.
Even Kevin Costner.
Well, especially Kevin Costner.
And when I heard Diane Lane and Kevin Costner were cast as Mama and Papa Kent, I was like, that is such the perfect cast. And then I saw the movie, and I'm like, oh, so we're going to waste two great actors.
Well, you know what's funny? I'm actually fairly certain that that Laura, his mom, his biological mom, gets pretty much as much screen time as she does.
Yeah.
Like...
And she gets, like, random screen time in Justice League.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I can't wait till we get there.
Yeah. Oh, I just had a flashback. You know what other movie?
Oh, look, who saved them? Aquaman.
Whales!
Aquaman sent those whales. Yeah. Remember how they justified that scene?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. No, but this movie, especially to this point, and with how the story flows, I've heard other people talk about this, and I agree. It's very Batman Begins. Like, we start with the hero.
I think that's what they were trying to do.
Well, Christopher Nolan. Was that the right name?
Nolan.
Nolan. Christopher Nolan. Jeez. Christopher Nolan,
No, he's executive producer on this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's part of this movie.
Yeah.
And you take Zack Snyder's dark and gritty, style of movie and then put Christopher Nolan as a person in it.
Well, that's why I thought when I knew Nolan was going to be part of this. One, that's when I thought this was going to be really good. Two, the other problem I really had was the fact of like, oh, cool, maybe this will connect to Batman, that Dark Knight universe.
That and you know what? I really do like Christian Bale's Batman, and I really like Ben Affleck's.
So it would have been a stretch. Like this was even before Ben was even part of the picture.
I know. Well, but it's one of those like. Hearing the first one, like the first idea that if you just connect this movie to
Dark Knight Rises?
The Dark Knight universe, then it fixes so much stuff. Because like most of my problems with a lot of characters being added later is they never have an established thing to them, so they have to be an unknown. Where, I don't know if you guys watched The Flash on CW, like, there's alternate universe that has Supergirl in it. Because Superman has existed since she was a kid, on that planet. And so if in The Flash's universe that had existed that long, the idea of metahumans wouldn't have been so revolutionary for Star Labs to do stuff.
And
go ahead.
Well,
so with this movie, Batman having been around for 20 plus years when we get to BVS, him not knowing about Superman because Superman only really came into the picture at the end of this movie sort of makes sense. So that is the if Gotham had a Batman before, which according to these movies they did. If they'd had him before and it had been Christian Bale's Batman, it would have made sense.
Mm-hmm. And it would have made sense along the lines. What I was going to bring up to your point was the idea of what brings him back from pursuing happiness with Catwoman. What brings him out? This crap that happens. And he's like, oh, crap. Little Robin ain't going to handle this all by himself.
which would have given us an in to having Nightwing, too.
Yeah.
Would have been if...
I still find that silly.
Yeah, I think that was really stupid. I'm not a fan of The Dark Knight Rises. Especially with what it does with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love The Dark Knight Rises, but at that point in the movie, I'm like, all right, just call him Dick.
Yeah.
Or Grayson. Or something of that nature. Oh, your nickname's Robin. I'm like, what?
No, it's either his middle or his last name is Robin. And his middle name is Robin.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. It's real stupid.
Yeah. Well, you should have gone by your real name, Dick Grayson, because you didn't want no one to know him. Okay. Yeah. That would have made much more sense.
And you know what would have been nice about it? That is then if they had the Titan show and they had Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing Robin.
Yeah.
Agent Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
You know, or Detective Dick Grayson in that.
I'm such a weirdo, Dad.
I just save people. I'm so weird.
Everyone hates me.
Yeah. Also, what would have been the excuse if he'd let all those kids die? Because he wouldn't have died. Would have just been, oh no, I somehow escaped.
Well, he says it right here. What was I supposed to do? Just let him die? Then real goes, dark Papa Kent right here.
He's like maybe. But what I'm saying is, what would his excuse have been in that? Of just been like, somehow, everybody else on that bus died, but I made it out. Like, oh, that was an act of God. You're going to get more attention on yourself than if you just saved them. Although he was...
That was the thing that bugged me right there, his line. Because it's used out throughout this entire movie. When the world finds out about you, the world will change. When the world finds out about you, the world will change. I'm like, I get it. It's because he's Superman.
Yeah. Well, and it's another super bothersome thing for me about the DCEU in this regard is Superman's just such a downer.
I know, right?
Like, he's, you know, I'm the symbol of hope. Yeah, but act hopeful every once in a while.
I know. You are one gloomy mofo, bro.
Like, for real, at this point, what have we had him do so far? We've had him do nice things, but he's been glum the entire time he's done it. When he saved the people on the ship, he didn't smile once. He wasn't just like...
He's like, how good
He's like, I'm going to save these people.
I'm tired of being invincible.
So when you're obligated to do something good, the act of doing that is not good. It's dumb. It's, you know...
Well, you know, and I hope, too, like, if we do get another Man of Steel 2, that they take it back, like, they just draw it back a little. Like, you know what? Let's just have fun with the character. Let's do what we're doing, like, with Shazam.
Yeah.
You know, that aspect, like, Superman's a Boy Scout. Like, you can't just make him all dark and gloomy. He's not Batman.
No, well, and that is my key problem with all of the Zack Snyder movies in these. Is that Superman's just such a downer. Like, at the end of Justice League, we kind of get a little happier of a Superman, but Batman's kind of taken too far in that aspect. So, and when we get to Justice League, we'll talk about it, but it's just one of those... Zack Snyder doesn't seem to hit the mark, in my opinion, as far as what makes a good Superman.
Well, you know, when I heard he got Superman, I was so excited because, you know, 300, and I was, like, hooked on Watchmen, and then I rewatched Watchmen the other day, and I'm like, yeah.
But they're so, like, both those movies are super dark and gloomy.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, let's see what he does with the Superman, because, you know, Zack Snyder's like a big, like, let's go big or go home type movie, and then after seeing this, I'm like, you should have just gave it to Michael Bay. At least Michael Bay would have made it cheesy.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay, so the list of directors I wouldn't want attached to the DCEU, and don't get me wrong, I'm actually far more of a Marvel fan to all of you out there.
I thought you were going to say James Cameron.
No. Well, at least he's made some money off of movies.
Ha!
No, but my list of directors I really wouldn't want to touch the DCEU at this point, especially, is Zack Snyder. Like, what he's done has kind of taken it down like a very, very narrow path that it seems like Aquaman's trying to take them out of. M. Night Shyamalan, because I don't want suddenly it to be that, you know...
It's a twist. Weird twist at the end.
Batman was Bruce's dad all along. It's like, wait, but aren't I... No, you're your own dad.
And he sees dead people.
Yeah, he sees dead people.
Like everybody in this room's dead.
No. James Cameron or Michael Bay are the four I really wouldn't want to touch this universe. Besides that, there's some I really
can you imagine a James Gunn Superman movie?
It'd be interesting. Could you imagine a Quentin Tarantino Superman movie?
Oh my goodness, that'd be awesome. And you know, and then I want to go back, you know, I really wish that they would make it in comic book. Oh, poor thing. Got in comic book form, the Tim Burton Superman movie. I would love to see that come to life on a page. Just be like, this is so wacky and out there. I love it.
So, geez, this is the most spiteful Superman I think you see in the entire series.
Yeah, I know, right?
What he does right here, where he's just like, this guy was slightly mean to me in no way that was physically harmful to me whatsoever. I'm just gonna walk around. I'll walk away. Oh, he threw a can at me. Now the gloves are off. And also, there's military people at this place that are going to the Arctic base we're going to see later.
Yeah.
But he just does this right in front of all of them.
I found it weird. I was like, wow. Little, like, no one saw this? No one could have came in and be like, dude, this guy's, like, picking up your semi and throwing...
But let's also be honest. I don't fully understand trucking. But, one, I'm fairly certain that the... he deserved that. But I'm fairly certain that he's not the one going to be held responsible for that. He'll probably just get a new truck from his company and have nothing wrong. Once
again, we're jumping, and he's here now with getting Lois Lane off this helicopter. I think that's my problem. This movie's too choppy to the starting of, like, wait a minute, why are you going here? There's no explanation whatsoever why you're going here.
Yeah. Well, like, and we don't until it's revealed to us, but it's not revealed in a good way. Plus, why did he even bother, like, being with them, like, around the military people, when he could have just, in one night, taken... Also, I would have loved if those bags had just been, like, filled with pure metal that's supposed to be way too heavy for a human, and he just carrying them, like, those are going to be heavy. Okay. Just, like, walks in, opens them, he's like, I should not have been able to lift that up by human standards. Dang it. No, but why didn't he just come here at night? Not even trying to hide in with the people, just coming here at night.
Being part of the crew?
Yeah. Like, he's outing himself more, like, giving himself... He's working with the government right now, for crying out loud. Like, the people he doesn't want to find out about him.
Then, I remember when he was cast, too, in this. I was like, woo! Yeah, I was like, never mind.
I mean, he does some cool stuff in this movie, especially later on, but he's kind of a racist dick.
Yes, he is. And not feminist. Would it be feminist?
No, it would be...
Because misogynistic.
Misogynist, yeah.
Yeah, because she tried to shake his hand, he's like, yeah, woman.
Yeah. But no, and it's... Okay, so, Amy Adams as Lois Lane. What are your thoughts on that?
At first, I was like, sweet, I love Amy Adams. I love her as an actress in this and that. In this movie, I'm like, I don't know. You don't seem outgoing reporter. Like, you do things that do get your way, but you're not outgoing. You're not... one of my favorite Lois Lanes, Erica Durance. In the Smallville series, because she felt like, yes, I'm a reporter, but I can also kick your ass if I need to, just to get out of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
She's strong and this and that. This Lois doesn't, I don't want women to take this wrong, but she doesn't seem like the strong character that Lois Lane is.
Well, no, and after this beginning scene, she's pretty much just like a damsel in distress for the rest of this movie. Like, that's the point, is that she never has that situation of, I am a strong woman who can, do whatever I want. Like, I mean, for as much in the times it was, Margot Kidder as Lois Lane was at least, a strong woman. Snarky, intelligent, and she got what she wanted through her wit.
Well, that's why I find it funny, like you brought up the CW shows with their casting and stuff like that, with playing in the Superman universe now, because they have their own Superman. I heard he's phenomenal. I heard that new Lois Lane they got is phenomenal. And I heard the new Lex Luthor that they just introduced into this world is phenomenal. I'm like, we need to get these writers for these movies, for the TV shows to come in.
I do love, though, I think my favorite thing about the CW Supergirl is who her dad is. That was Dean Cain.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, That's like in friggin' The Flash, when Barry's dad is the guy who originally played Barry Allen in the TV show.
I find it funny, too, when with the CW shows, like when Justice League came out, and I was just like, oh, well, hey, maybe you could just get Grant Gustin to be the Flash, and we could make this even cooler than Marvel by saying, like, we include our TV shows.
Nope, they had to get Ezra Miller.
Yes.
Again, we'll get to that when we get to the Justice League.
I know, but just saying that, like, for Superman, like, this scene's weird, too.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, look, a necklace that I've been wearing for a long time.
Does that fit that shape?
He's a big, muscular guy, so he's like, shapes.
Puts it in upside down, and it, like, doesn't fit in. He just shoves it in and breaks it apart.
Wait, how'd that hurt him?
I don't think it did.
I just shock him?
Yeah. Which I mean,
I
am more confused as to how this thing is even holding him.
Right?
Like, these things were made on Krypton.
Unless there's some weird radiation.
Our robots are strong, too. Some Nikon camera placement there.
I like it. Subtle.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Be the funniest thing if it was just like, it was just zoomed out from Nikon, and it was just, like, in Nikon around the screen.
Well, at least it's not as bad as, like, Michael Bay. Like, every other shot, there's a...
Yeah, there's something. I don't know. I think the best product placement ever in a movie has to be from Wayne's World.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
That is how you do product placement very overtly, but at the same time in a way that's not annoying.
Yeah, and it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
So...
There's this robot floating here.
Wow, I should take a picture of it.
That's... What is the other movie they do that in? Jurassic Park 2. When she's just, like, face to face with the little dinosaur, and she starts taking the pictures of it up close, and then suddenly her camera screws up.
Oh yeah.
You're like, when do you learn the lesson? Don't take pictures. Because it's the Flash here that does it. Although it realizes it's being targeted by something.
Yeah, then...
And she deserved that. I am not one for violence against women. But she deserved that.
Her batteries fell out.
But this is the double-edged sword of product placement, I wonder. Is this for Nikon or against Nikon at this point in time? Where you're just like, drop it once and it'll break. Not even just break, it's going to shatter.
You know, seeing this again, I really, really hate the fact that they're meeting like this. Yeah. I don't know why. It's striking me now like, this is not the way I've imagined them meeting.
Would you rather her be falling off a building and then him catch her the first time?
Yes. Misogynistic.
Or her crashing in an airplane and him saving the day.
But that's what I grew up with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the point, though, is the times change. They're trying to update it, where the first time he meets her, he has to blow her. Damn it. He has to burn a hole in her side.
And for the longest time, this guy, I think he looks like it from Green Lantern. I thought for the longest time he was the best friend of Hal Jordan. I thought
not
it was
even close.
I know, not even close, but I thought they did makeup. Like the first time I saw this, I was like, "Wait a minute." Then I saw it again. I was like, "Oh, that's not him."
No. You know, given that, you know, now that we're at a point where not exactly a lot's happening again, not that a lot has happened so far, but casting another Green Lantern, do you think they're going to go back to Hal Jordan again, or they're going to...
From what I've heard was, now that they're kind of just doing their own thing, is they are looking at finally just doing a buddy cop movie with like Hal and Jon Stewart, which I'm pretty okay with. And so far,
as long as Jon Stewart's the straight man, I'm fine with that.
And from what I've read, and I know there's been some controversy, Tom Cruise is who they're looking at to play Green Lantern, and personally, I am all for that. I am all for Tom Cruise being Green Lantern, and if Skydance that's his company, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Skydance is going to take over and do that. I think they can produce a decent enough DC movie than what WB's been providing.
You know, I saw something for this, and I think a good choice for Green Lantern would have been Chris Pine.
Yeah, but they already shot themselves in the foot by putting him in Wonder Woman.
The thing I was watching, it's Hizzy for Justice League, for any of you out there. But it's got Chris Pine as the Green Lantern coming down, and Diane's just like, "You seem familiar." And I'm like, that, like, it's 100+ years. Who is to say, first and foremost, that he didn't have a kid that eventually became Hal Jordan? Because remember the last thing he was doing before he died? He was flying a plane.
No. When I remember before he was even cast in Wonder Woman, that was the big rumor because he's like, oh, he met with DC, oh, and this and that, oh, they're gonna make him Green Lantern. And I was like, this, oh, Captain Kirk is Green Lantern, yes. And then he's Steve, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, missed opportunity.
I still think they could do it because it's over 100 years. But so we have Lois going behind her company to get a story printed. But like, is that not the common way to do things nowadays? Like,
yeah.
The daily. It's funny because one way that it really seems that the comic book writers of old kind of shot themselves in the foot with Superman is they made him work for a newspaper company, where that's kind of a dying thing nowadays. Like online journals, blogs, things like that are taking over. Where you just look at Batman, what does Wayne Tech do? Wayne Tech does everything.
Well, just like Star Labs now in the CW verse, and Wayne's Industries is like everywhere.
Yeah, but like you can like just giving him a status as a billionaire in charge of this tech company, you can progress that with time. If you make someone a writer for a newspaper, they could make him a blogger. But my God, Superman the blogger would be the stupidest thing. You take the most powerful man in the world and make him a blogger who wouldn't even really be working for like anyone directly anymore, which would be a great cover for him, but it wouldn't fit with the spirit of the character.
You just remind when you're like, he could be a blogger. That just reminds me of what they did with Doctor Doom in Fantastic Four, that awful remake. Because that's what he was. They made him a blogger.
Yeah. Sorry, you're talking about Fen Forstick.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the original Fantastic Four.
No.
He was in charge of a company at that point. What are you talking about?
In that really crappy one. The latest one.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
There's those little robots doing their thing again. Now they make models.
No. This is the room he's in. These aren't just the little robots. That's the technology they have.
And their technology is so weird.
It is.
It's so dark and gloomy. Anyone believe in color?
No. But what was I going to say? I'm assuming that Fen Forstick will probably end up having to be a self-inflictions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again.
I don't want to do that again. But if people out there ask for it, that'll probably be something that, hopefully we'll have a lot of people listening to, because if any human being has to watch through that and not get somebody empathizing with them.
They trick you into doing it, and it's like 0 listens. You're like, come on!
Exactly. Show me from my non-scarred side.
I just like, that's supposed to emulate like a dictator.
Yeah. Well, they're saying that line was Zod is in charge of the military force.
Yeah, but he got caught and got put in a penis and thrown up in space.
But does the ship know the end of that? Because remember, that was sent with him when he left, so all the knowledge it has is from before he left the planet.
These are a lot of dead babies, right?
Those are a lot of dead babies.
Okay.
Well, it's the Genesis chamber where they can make children. But
it looks like no children were made.
Yeah.
Because this ship is supposed to be an outpost because they sent these scouts out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Have we gotten to the point of us just saying, I'm enjoying a Superman movie?
No, we haven't gotten to the point of this being a Superman movie yet. Like, it's all just been gloom, walk down hall, gloom, find a new place to go, gloom, wreck a dude's truck, gloom, steal a spaceship.
We haven't seen one suit at all.
No, we saw Jarrell's at the beginning.
That doesn't
of the movie.
count.
Yeah, you said yourself he's wearing a Superman suit.
Yeah, but I wasn't like, oh my God, the Superman suit. Right now, we're gonna get the Superman suit.
You know, the funniest thing is, hey, Kal-El, I've actually just been walking you around here while the suit is made to your size and specification.
Yeah, it was measuring you the entire time. Do you know what's so funny, though? Is it's showing the blue and the red and the yellow, making it pop. But when he gets it on for the rest of the movie, it looks really dark.
Dull.
And just like, it doesn't shine the way a Superman suit should shine, you know?
Well, this movie doesn't shine the way a movie should shine.
Here's your favorite part. The S means hope.
Hope starts with an H, stupid.
I knew you were going to do that. It's like a river.
It's like a river. It winds and flows, and eventually ends, I hope.
I will say I do like the music in here by Hans Zimmer, because I just love Hans Zimmer.
Well, Hans Zimmer is one of like the 4 great composers of our time.
Yeah, but I do like this style of music for this Superman, because it does sound epic, but not this Superman movie. Yeah. Like, I love the...
I love, though, the most iconic score for Superman, the John Williams score from the original movies, gets used by Deadpool.
They used a little bit of that in Justice League too, which is funny.
Yeah, gosh, that red, it kind of looks like he's wearing velvet on his back. Am I mistaken in that? Like a maroon velvet looking texture.
Red.
Yeah. Oh, we are having movie technical difficulties right now.
Technical difficulties.
Yay! Oh, and
we're back. We didn't miss a thing. We're still looking up. Boosh. And
I mean, how do you train yourself to fly? Like,
I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep jumping, and eventually I won't fall.
Eventually, come on, you can do it, little buddy.
But like, how do you find that? Like, I don't know, unless Kryptonians have like a sixth sense that's like a push.
I feel like in the scene too, like it's like here's a crack at humor. Not really.
Yeah. There's a crack at what's yet to come with the destruction of him just falling around.
Yeah, and then, it's just one of those things like, it would have been funny to see him crash and burn several times up here. But then all of a sudden, I'm an expert. I can do this. I connected with the Force.
The funny thing is, I don't actually fly. I jump in the air and move the Earth around me. Isn't that really dangerous? Yes, it is.
Apparently, if you spin it backwards, time travel.
That's not how physics work. We'll find out later.
Right here, he's channeling the Force.
Yeah.
I would do an edit of this movie and put like Obi-Wan's voice throughout this whole thing. Use the Force, clock.
or Yoda.
Boosh.
Do or do not. There is no try. But
now he can fly.
Yeah.
That's what makes me mad. Is like that was way too fast.
Yeah.
All right. But I do like what they do with the sonic booms of him flying, because I'm like, yeah, if somebody was flying that fast.
He just probably murdered a zebra there.
That'd be funny if you cut back to him. There's like blood all over. Like
he lands in Smallville. Brought you food, Ma. Is that a zebra? Yes.
Someone was saying like a fan theory, like how he's flying across the water that's how it got to Arthur Curry's attention or something like that. I was like, that's a little bit of a far stretch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be honest. It doesn't seem like in any of the movies Arthur Curry cares who Superman is. I don't see a single moment of like it being anything.
Well, us going back and watching this now, I feel like this was supposed to be a one-off, and they didn't know if they were gonna do. They didn't have an idea DCEU was gonna happen.
So imagine if this is how he found out he couldn't breathe in space. He's like, oh God! Just plummets back to Earth.
And she finds out who he is pretty quick, which is funny.
She finds out who he is insanely quick. Like...
Yeah. The guardian angel.
Jeez.
The ghost.
Yeah, Greenhorn just kind of hopped off the ship. He's dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gee, see, we're cutting way too fast. Then all of a sudden, now she's in...
Yeah, now she's in Smallville. Like, how the hell... Also, like, she's looking for him specifically. But he became Clark's friend. But how did that get narrowed down so quickly?
I'm just a manager at a restaurant. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with my life.
I run a product placement IHOP here. Like,
Yeah, so...
she's a Sears employee, too, just in case you didn't know.
In a span of, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
she found out who Clark was.
We took 20 freaking minutes to get off of Krypton, and then suddenly Lois Lane just knows who Clark Kent is.
Oh my goodness, man. And that's why I feel like I think Nolan just threw his name on here.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like Nolan was involved, because Nolan knows how to cut a movie. You know, not that much with Dark Knight Rises. There he is randomly in a hat.
Where are you putting your super suit, by the way? Like, I'm a little curious about that.
Do you want to know where I put my super suit?
I put it in a little metal ring that just pops out and I spin into it.
Wait, somebody else does
Wrong person.
I just like how to cover his disguise. He's like, I shaved and I'm wearing this hat, so you should not know who I am.
Do you remember before this movie came out, and even like right when it did come out, people were just like, there was this commercial shaving company that was just like, how does Superman shave? Tell us, and if you're right, or if your thing makes sense, we'll give you yada yada yada. They were like Gillette or something like that. But you're just like, this is the inherent problem with any comic book thing, especially if the person as powerful as him. How does he shave? Someone's like, oh, using the particle accelerator, it can do that. And it's like, that's a lot of effort.
The cartoon explained it all. He just with his
he just uses his light, his laser beams to shave it off.
You don't have to go any more logical than that. He just zoop zoop zoop. He shaved. Because everyone's like, how does he shave? How does he cut his hair? I'm like, does it really matter?
I mean, the real question is, in Superman 4, how did Lex Luthor cut his hair with a, what's it called?
Oh, yeah. Well, was it Kryptonite involved in that?
No. It's literally like, they're at this museum, and, okay, so also, here, we'll talk about that later, but here, this is just God starting in his life to show him that he hates him.
Yeah.
He's like, So, you think you're a god?
I'll show you.
I'll show you.
Oh yeah.
See, and if he learned how to fly faster or sooner, he could have saved his mom, come back, saved his dad, and then just punched the tornado.
Wait, so he doesn't know how to run?
I don't know. He doesn't know how to fly. He has to. Saying he doesn't know how to run seems like a really stupid thing, because it seems he just should have like super speed in general. That's just a natural physiological part of his body.
Yeah, but he could, if he ran fast enough, he could go save the dog.
Yeah.
And this is your favorite part.
Yeah. Hey, Pa Kent. You know how you told me not to save anybody? That's going to include you. Dang it, why'd I tell him that?
Yeah, I don't think it would have done that much damage for him to go save the... I don't know.
I think it would have been funny if just Superman had just whistled and the dog came.
I don't know why, but the first time around I saw this, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. His dad made a sacrifice. And after a few more watches, I was like, he could have just went over and just got him.
Well, and there's that stupid part. There's also the aspect that I understand that saving a dog is super important, but for the sake of the fact that the dog pretty much saves itself,
yeah,
I think it would have been better if he'd saved a child.
Yeah.
Like
then
like
throw the baby, then
just gets caught back up in the tornado.
Whoops!
Whoopsie daisy.
There's your part.
Yeah. Don't save me. Nope. Nobody saved me. I've accepted my fate.
Everyone's like, how come he put his hand out? There's people behind you.
Is he trying to stop the tornado? He's facing the wrong way.
He's Jesus.
The tornado then comes and just takes all of them up too.
No.
You know what I've seen about almost every iconic hero is their no faces are like the ugliest faces they make. Like he's got this one early on, and he's got the one later, and Luke Skywalker's no face in the fourth movie. No. And then like Peter Parker's just crying face in general.
Well, I think the worst face of no faces is Palpatine's.
No. Yeah, but at that point in time, his face is all burnt up to hell anyway.
I know, but the way he does it, like the big O.
I mean, I think his best line in those movies is, "Do it,
Do it.
do it." I'm still a very nice and helpful guy. Do it.
I like how we're making Star Wars references and there's nothing important going on.
All we're having. Okay, so this is probably like my favorite update to a character is Perry White.
I do like Perry White in this.
Like, he's a dick, but with Lawrence Fishburne playing him, that's a great role for it. Because, like, you get the other ones from the other movies that are just this nostalgic old man.
Like, I love his line in BVS when he's all,
Crime wave in Gotham. In other news, water wet. I know. He's an asshole, but it's his character is, one, it makes sense for the modern times to have an editor who's kind of an asshole. Like, you know, when in the New Adventures of Lois and Clark, in the original Superman movies, and even in Superman Returns, you have, like, this old man who's been with the paper business since he was a kid.
And he kind of caves into Lois all the time.
And this guy's just like, no.
Or when she's like, I'm going to Gotham. She's like, first class? You're flying coach.
Yeah. No, it's when she's going to Washington.
Oh. Okay, so this scene I'm a little bit confused about. Okay? So, did she call him and told him Lois is looking for you and going to be at that graveyard? Because she seems pretty surprised to see him right now.
No, well, it can't be, because she then says some reporter was looking for you. So it just has to have been that she just happened to pick the right day to go to Jonathan Kent's grave. Because, yeah, right here, she's just like, a reporter came by here.
Then why did he go see her?
Well, I'm just saying...
This scene doesn't make sense then. Like, why would he...
Well,
was he automatically there just to see his dead dad?
That had to have been... I'm saying for seeing his mom, he probably visited his dad and then went and saw his mom.
But like, that scene came off like, I heard you're looking for me.
Yeah, I don't know who would have told him, because he's just at IHOP. Just a deleted scene, him at IHOP. Hey, so Clark, some lady was looking for you.
You told her about the bus, didn't you?
I didn't say anything. She came asking about the bus.
He becomes a bully. You told her about the bus, didn't you?
he calmly eats his food and he goes, someday something will happen to this business. You might not know what happens, but it will be because of me.
And then walks out, just pats him on the back. Congratulations on your promotion, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so far. Oh, we're writing a better Man of Steel than...
we're writing a more evil Man of Steel. Which then would have made more sense for him in Justice League coming back evil, where he's just like, yeah.
I was evil. I'm evil now. But then Lois. The big guns.
So they're talking about how when he was a kid, he struggled with stuff. And I'm just like, did you have no natural light going to his room? Like... The moment you put sunlight on that baby, he's just gonna get super strong. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He is a solar battery.
That's why I've always loved in different variations of animation and stuff like that of Superman. They show him as a baby, and the reminiscence of like, oh man, we loved you, but you kept on breaking furniture as a baby. You picked up the furniture and it was like, look at Daddy.
I think my very, very favorite young Superman story is from Justice League Unlimited. Or maybe it's this Justice League. No, it's Justice League Unlimited. Where Jean Jones comes to visit for Christmas. And Pa and Martha Kent are talking about it.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, we used to have to line his presents in lead so he wouldn't look. And then Superman's like, you mean Santa lined them in lead, right?
See, that's the Superman I want. Because that's the Superman that I feel like I can relate to more because he's...
I feel like what they're trying to do is just take the hope out of it to make it seem, when he rises up, more powerful. But if you didn't have hope to begin with, there's nothing to rise up to.
Well, then it sure takes away from that S, B, and H. Oh, yeah. Wow, we're getting to something.
We're sort of getting to something. I mean, unfortunately, given the modern technologies that we have, someone could just be flying a drone up there.
Yeah, true, but...
What is she... Okay, my question is, what is she doing out there at night like that?
She's senile.
It's like, Clark! John! No, John's not here anymore. Where's John?
He's dead, Mother. Remember?
Dead.
I didn't save him.
Yeah.
Well, you know how they're showing us all across the globe or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's over Smallville in Kansas.
Yeah.
Anybody see that?
just like, wait, I'll be right back. Puts the suit on, just pushes it away. Didn't see anything here. And then somehow they wipe out the entire world's power for at least a moment.
How'd they get out? Did they explain that?
How did one get out?
Zod.
Yeah, they explain it.
Oh.
They will explain it. We'll talk about it when they explain it. But
Okay.
no, I'm just more confused as to how they knocked the power out for the entire world to hack into the communication systems, including cell phones.
Including writing stuff on the screen. I'm like, you have a TV editor up there?
Yeah. Well, and they also start writing it in different languages for different places across the world.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's Carol Ferris, even though you don't know that until the second movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, writing it in different languages, so they're very multicultural.
Ferris Airlines.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more Easter eggs in these movies. Like, ugh.
Yeah, show Atlantis here. Them just watching something underwater and just the channels changing.
You waterproof that TV, right? Nope, you didn't.
You waterproof that TV, right? How would I do that? It's being run by these two electric eels. How did you get the power to go out on them then? I don't know!
They don't explain. Blame Zach.
Also, I really think that it would make them less... Because they're here looking for Kal-El.
Yes.
They don't want any confrontation with Earth right now. They don't care, really, but they don't want any confrontation. So, why be wearing the big scary mask?
Yeah.
You're just like, these people look like human beings.
I've always thought of that as intimidation for Zod, because Zod is a warrior. Mm-hmm. But I get your point here. It's, he wants to fear, and spread fear. And I want to know where's Bruce Wayne in all of this.
he's just in the Batcave. Power hasn't gone out. And it's like, yeah, we got everywhere in the world except for this small little spot.
And he's like watching Netflix.
Yeah.
And then Alfred comes out, and that's when DVS starts. He's like, so, there's a fight going on? What?
Huh?
And he picks up his phone. Oh, I had it on Do Not Disturb.
Damn it!
What are you watching, Friends?
God, I just got to the 8th season when this happened. Damn it!
Damn it!
He will pay. Oh, there's some perfectly good apples that just got screwed up.
Exactly. They're all bruised now because he crushed him.
Sorry, Ma. I thought you wanted applesauce on the ground.
No.
And it's honestly, that was at night. We're in the next day, and now they're just finding out that Lois has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot about that. Then she gets called, she's like, hello? What the hell?
See, he also said it's been running all morning. If this was a national security incident, should they not have already detained Lois by now? Like, are they just as bad as the...
Wait a minute, okay, how did they know?
The guy told them.
Oh, the guy from Denny's.
Yeah, not Denny's.
IHOP.
No. No, it's the guy that she was talking to earlier about shotgunning it all online. The other reporter, the other blogger.
Oh, he gave her up. That's what it was.
Yeah, but then Perry calls and he's just like, they've been shocked, or they've been reporting this all morning. But if it's been all morning, why are they just now showing up?
Yeah, you think the...
Oh no, government.
Really? Is those guns necessary?
Yeah.
Welcome to America.
I know. No, they just... Oh, hey, look what it is. But no, they just start shooting her and it just bounces off. She's like, oh, I guess I was Kryptonian too. Huh. Lucky guess.
Oh,
no, this is the stupidest scene in this movie. Like, hands down, this should not have been in the movie. All this is showing the stupid... well, not this part, but the part where he's actually talking to the priest. Whatever. It's to show his connection to being a Christ figure, and it's just stupid and useless, and... I'm
confused about when they throw him. He should be breaking something. You know what I mean?
I love when the guy shoves him earlier in the movie and he moves instead.
Yeah.
So when they shove him, they just move back instead. That should have been...
God, why are you guys so mean to him?
Also, how did we end up right in front of his dad's work? Like, this just seemed a little convenient. You know, be the best thing. He just spits at him, and it just knocks him out.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there. Okay, now we got the fat kid.
Yeah, it's his friend now.
Oh, there's your strength.
I also like they just went like why are they in front of his dad's work? Because they go do it, they pull him out of the car, and they're like, "We're gonna beat you up." They're like, if you'd done this behind the school, this would have had a very different outcome.
Yeah, and he's like, I wanted you to do it, but would it have made you feel better? He's like, yeah, actually.
Let's be honest, me killing him, no. If he punched at me and I'd let his hand break, maybe.
Well, this is where I'm like, it's Kevin Costner. Like, I realize he could have been an amazing Jonathan.
Yeah, but they didn't give him anything to do with it.
Oh,
but yeah, no, it's this scene. He goes and he talks to a random priest or preacher or whatever he is, but, like, with no context to it. He's literally, what he ends up doing is literally the opposite of what his parents wanted him to do.
Look, creeper status right there. That
they
shot.
really do. Like, I don't know why they make him look so creepy in this. It's like, oh.
Ooh. But it's one of those things too where he has to go, like the Superman I know would have gone and done it because it's the good thing to do.
He wouldn't have needed a preacher or priest or whatever to tell him to do it.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I can't trust either side to do what they say they're going to do. You're like, yeah, but then you're kind of screwed one way or another, so just go do the right thing.
Then he just walks out.
Like,
sometimes you have to take a leap of faith first. Trust the part comes later.
Gosh, like, there was an inspiring tweet the other day, maybe like a week and a half ago, that used that from Man of Steel, and I'm just like, no. You guys here at Warner Brothers at the DCEU, it's not a leap of faith. It's a stumble of like failure. You had one little hop, which was Wonder Woman, that was a good movie, and the rest of them have just failed and failed and failed. Oh
yeah, well, how do you know they took Lois Lane? Oh, yeah, it was on the news.
It was probably on the news, let's be honest.
Did he watch any of the news in this?
That's the time frame on this. So stupid. You're just like, so...
I find it comical they put him in cuffs.
I mean, yeah.
I remember when remember that first poster came out? I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, best thing. Yeah, these are cuffs designed by LexCorp. So...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
You see Lex. Do we even get a Lex?
Nope, I think we get a LexCorp like sign somewhere in Gotham.
I don't think so. I think we only get the Wayne Tech one. That's what I meant about this movie. I wish there was more Easter eggs.
It's not an S. Yes, it is. It can mean something different, but it is an S. You see that pattern it has? That's an S.
I'm a journalist and I write for a living, so...
Don't get me wrong. Lois has had a history of spelling terribly. But she knows what an S is.
This guy's magic.
I just like, we're just like, so... Why is this the situation we're in?
I know, and one of my favorite parts is coming up, because I do really like this scene, because he's, like, showing how stupid they all are. He's like, well, alright, I'll play along. I can see you guys all in there. Like...
You released your identity.
Just the way he did that, too. He's like, clink.
No, you released your identity to Miss Lane. I didn't release it, she took it.
And who is Zod? I don't know.
No. He's asking if Zod is the enemy.
Oh.
He's like, I'm not your enemy. He's like, well, who is Zod? I love how he's talking to himself. He's like, these are the times I wish I didn't have X-ray vision, because I'm a damn handsome man. So, Lois probably should not have been involved in this in the slightest. Like, not her being taken by the government, that makes sense, but this scene right here, where they're just like, pretty much to me it seems like the government's like, Lois is like a leash for him. we can just hold him at the end and just have her tug him back.
Yeah. And they fall in love really quick.
I don't even know if they do fall in love. Like, there's never a situation that shows...
What do you mean? They move in together in the next one.
So, you don't live with everybody that you love. Sometimes you move, or you don't... Yeah. Like... No, I was right the first time. You don't live with everybody you love. Right. But, I mean...
I guess I had my fair share of Lois's then.
Well, but think about it. Think about it from this perspective. One, they could just be bang buddies. You don't really know that love's involved.
Well, the way he looks at her all the time.
I'm just actually visioning her. She's got a damn handsome skeleton.
I like it a lot. I want to rip it out. What? Nothing.
Her spine would go great on my wall. I mean, her smile, a picture of her smile would go great on my wall.
You find out, like, the secret part of this Clark is he's the serial killer?
He's like a friggin' sociopathic serial killer.
Who can do those things and rip a spine out of somebody's...
What inspired you to rip the spine out? I saw it in Mortal Kombat once, and I wondered how likely it could happen. It took me 12 people, but I finally got it down. See, the masks here make sense because it's protecting them from the Earth's sun, which is weird. But
right? I like when later on when they figure it out, but still it's kind of cute. They're like, we got to protect ourselves from this Earth.
Well, they also, like, it's weird because they also do have superhuman strength. So they're partially having the Kryptonian atmosphere, but also seeming to partially have the human atmosphere. Because of that big fight that comes up in Smallville. Like that...
I love in the Superman 2 when how they find out they have powers. Look at that snake.
It tries to bite her and it just does nothing and she zaps it.
What? Oh.
Again, this is why Lois shouldn't be there though. If she's not there, they can't ask for that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of confused. Why do they want her? I think I missed it all.
They have no reason to want her.
Okay,
she does absolutely nothing in it.
Yeah, unless they're watching the news.
No, well, and it's
Hey, son, she seems important.
She got mentioned by knowing who he was. No, okay, we'll take her. No, her only purpose up there, like it's kind of left a little unknown, but I think that's how they find out who Clark's mom is. Like, because it's partially in his mind here. I think they also go into her mind. But, I don't know. It's never really explained. And the reason she ends up being here is only for Superman. She puts that in the computer, and then the stuff happens with Jor-El. Like, there's no... I don't know.
That's you're not compatible with humans inside the ship.
Yeah. Can I get one of those too, then? Because I've lived on the Earth's atmosphere for a very long time.
Be quiet, Superboy.
Aww. See, that would have been a nice touch in the Batman versus Superman kind of world, where not combining himself and Zod's DNA, but having gotten Clark's DNA, creating Superboy.
I like that.
They already have the actors, the kid that's in earlier in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, you could have made Superboy and had that be a confrontation for Superman to take on.
Oh yeah, the atmosphere, because it's sort of like kryptonite.
Yeah. Well, it's Krypton.
Yeah.
It's Kryptonian. But no, for his situation, Michael Shannon's character here, Zod, is very, very nice. Where he's just like, oh, this is a celebration. We found the guy whose dad scarred half my face and screwed our culture. Yay!
And I was thinking about it, like, kryptonite is not actually shown in this movie, huh?
Not in this movie, no.
Yeah.
The only way kryptonite comes into existence, even, like the item itself, is because of the end of this movie. But it's never really, like, I don't think it's ever called
kryptonite.
Is it?
No, it's not no.
I think Batman might call it that. Or maybe... No, I think they do talk about just... Luthor talks about it. I think he talks about it being an alien rock from Krypton. They've called it kryptonite or something like that.
The scene gets really dark.
The scene is really stupid. Like, what is even going on here? Are they probing into his mind?
No, I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, is he like, wait, are they in like a simulation showing him like this is what's going to happen?
Or a mind connecting thing? Or
why is he wearing a suit?
Yeah. No, so this is the explanation, is when Krypton exploded, they got saved. But it's funny, they're just like, oh, shoot. You'd be the best thing, the best joke they could have pulled the council. They'd send him to an exploding planet and put him inside of that, and they just saw it explode and they thought it was Krypton. Krypton's totally safe somewhere else.
Well, that doesn't make sense to me because they already went through into the Phantom Zone. So did that blow up that thing that they were in?
I guess that might have been what released them.
Okay.
So evidently they're using whatever this warp drive is as like a teleporting thing. So now the Phantom Drive just can do whatever you want it to do.
Yeah.
It's like a mother box now.
Hey, maybe that was the connection.
I guess. I don't know.
They got a lot of gadgets on that ship. I don't know if they should have sent them on that ship on Krypton if they were punishing them.
Yeah. Well, they had to alter it to get it to do that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, those suits.
Yeah. But it'd be funny though. the ship pops out of the Phantom Zone, but the pods never thaw. You know, that actually might make a pretty cool movie though if it popped out of Krypton's thing and got sucked into the same thing that Kal-El did, like the kind of little teleporter thing, and they popped out in front of Earth like 30 years later, and like humans explored it and they released Zod.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Now, well, this too is like I just barely even noticed he's wearing a Kansas City Royals shirt.
Yeah, because he's from Kansas.
Yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, he's from Kansas. Of course he's a Royals fan.
Yeah.
Does he even like sports? Because he's been gloomy this whole time.
Probably couldn't play them as a kid either. You just see someone take a pitch and they swing it the wrong. He's like, I would have crushed that out of the atmosphere.
He's like, I would have destroyed everybody.
He's got a cape too. What is the purpose of the capes?
I don't know, but whoa, he changed his suit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does get his little goatee thing. I always forget that.
He didn't start with it though.
Would that be a goatee?
Yeah, that's more goatee than most things.
Half tee?
No, that's no. So let me explain. There's a difference. The goatee, if I recall correctly, the goatee is actually only the bottom part of the face.
Okay.
Where, maybe I'm wrong. Wow, that's really weird. Anyone out there, if you Google goatee, what's his name? It's all pictures of
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt with a goatee.
They're like, you want to know what a real man's goatee looks like? Let's bring up Brad Pitt.
Evidently.
But I do like the idea of it having a little white in the middle and a little bit of black on the outside.
Well, no, but these are the goatee styles. It doesn't always involve having
a
mustache attached to it. It's the full, the sides, stuff like that.
Okay.
There's variations of having a goatee.
Now that we've explained the goatee.
now that for like during the movies, what's supposed to be sort of a climax of emotions for Superman, sort of.
Going into some skulls. No.
Yeah. So they're also tracking these, which that will become a very big problem in a moment if you really think about how this should go. Oh no, the word of command is Trident. That's an Easter egg to Aquaman somehow.
Dun, dun, dun. Which probably went way over my head because I'm like, there's no really good Easter eggs in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, none that aren't super obvious, like the Wayne ones that happen.
Where are you going to put that?
Please tell me that's going in an... Okay, it's going in an arm. Whew. Wow. He's gasping and groaning for getting his blood drawn. What a wuss.
She's got the little double braided thing.
Yeah. But no, like, there's no purpose for Lois to be here. And
Except
they put her in a room... No, but like for the villains, they put her in this room with like nothing and just...
That random outpost right there where she can put the key.
She's like, wow, that looks...
Now look at that shape. I have that shape.
Hey, wait, is that the same? Oh my gosh! She puts it in there the wrong way. She's like, what are you supposed to do with it? And just like stab someone with the sharp end.
No, she puts it in the wrong way, and it says Jor-El's playlist.
That is how I hide my fire.
Ah. I like how he randomly pops up.
It's more, I mean, it's kind of annoying,
Thank you.
honestly, if you think about it, where you're just like, Dad, stop popping up everywhere.
I will pop up wherever I want to, son. Came from my loins.
You're not my real dad. I'm the realest dad you have. Yeah, but that's because the other one's dead. You're actually dead too, but your consciousness is somehow here. I don't know.
Yeah. I found it weird. I wish, I knew they were trying to do something different with, like, keeping... Because it's Russell Crowe. If you're going to pay Russell Crowe whatever amount of money you're going to pay Russell Crowe, you're going to have Russell Crowe in these movies.
Yeah, but you think about it, that they literally have his parents, his Kryptonian parents in the movie almost more often than his parents that are on the planet he is currently helping.
Yeah. Whoa. Make a fist. It opens doors. Ah.
That was her arm just shattered. Jor-El's just cynical.
I know. But it's just one of those things, too, is like, I like the idea, like Marlon Brando's like, I'll just show up with some crystals and whatnot, and I'll just give him some advice. This one's like, no, we're going to have Russell Crowe save Superman.
Now, shouldn't all of them be getting stronger, too? Like, they all have the same physiology.
Hey, just coming to work. Oh, my.
Is this what Superman said earlier about how he was going to mess up my life? No? But no, so... They're still being tracked, you're led to believe, by the people that were tracking them into Kansas airspace. Oh, right in the face. You know what would be the best thing that Jor-El could do right now? Find a way to blow open the side of the ship and just suck everybody out into space.
Yep. Man, dude, his force powers are awesome. Because he's just open hand. Everything opens. Open hand.
But if he's an AI in the system, why does he even have to do anything like that?
Move your head to the whoosh.
And he almost kills her.
Oh no! Skate pod.
Like, she is screwed.
I was gonna say, coincidentally though, she lands in Kansas, right?
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it took her like to Africa or something.
He seriously took that like minute and a half to just get one side undone again.
He's like, oh, the sun. There we go.
No, he blasted out though, so they're in a vacuum now, so there's no noise. So he's like, I'll explain it to you in a second. And you just see him like mouthing. Damn it, Dad!
Why? Look, there she is.
Look. Aww.
She's gonna die, though.
Yeah, you can save her. Or not. You can let her die like your other dad would have let her.
I was gonna tell her how the brake system worked before she went, but then I got shot in the head. So... Bye!
I got punched through the head, actually.
I punched through the head. And shoot.
Yeah, something I've never seen the Superman movies do right is the cape flapping in space, where it shouldn't be flapping.
Yeah. I think that's more for dramatic effect.
Yeah. Well, or for, in the original Superman movies, they didn't want to take more than like 2 or 3 pictures of Christopher Reeves doing his Superman flying thing.
Yeah, because his cape was pretty stiff.
Yeah.
Unlike these ones where it's like flop, 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 flop.
Like, I could save you, but...
And... Gotcha.
Just... What is that cape made out of that saved you?
Got it from Wayne Tech.
Jor-El's just like that. I stole it from one of your tech companies on this planet. I believe the name was Wayne. Ah, dang it. But now, they're stopping right there. Who is Superman? He's probably related to the people that the aliens stopped at.
I forgot. Why were they going to his mom?
Because I think they read something in his mind about it. Or maybe that's because Zod saw that place, the escape the landscape where he was, and that's where that is. So he's looking.
Does this? Oh wait, no, he's looking for. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. See, like he's thinking that's the place in his dream.
That's how unforgettable that little thing is,
and that's how useless it
is. See, somebody who likes this movie is just like, oh yeah, there's plot points to this that just don't matter. Now they're in love.
He's saying that they read his mind, and she's saying they did something like that to him. Her arm's just still holding on to it, just like dislocated. How do you explain this to the cops?
So
my pod from outer space crashed. Can you give me a ride?
I do gotta say though, this armor looks awesome. I like this armor.
He looks like a centipede guy. Go choke his mom, because if I do it, it's going to be seen as sexist.
Yes. She should have broke her windpipe.
And then she just flat out tells her where it is.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
She looks right at it.
But she knows it's not there.
It's there.
Oh.
See, the best thing would have been, I surrendered it to the government.
What's this government? Far from here.
You know where Washington, D.C. is? No, but we can look it up. Go there.
Just go. Oh, not the truck.
Not the house. Like, why?
I don't know.
What is a codex? You're asking the wrong person. Well, that just... that's the start of this movie. Like, that's the real start of this movie, is just needless destruction for no reason. Why didn't he take them around the solos?
Or take him to Antarctica or something like that. Be like, hey, there's nobody here.
Nope. That has to be a dead person.
There's dead people. Trust me.
Like, but I mean, like, in this scene. Why is he on fire? Because we needed him to be on fire.
Well, that makes more sense, because that's the material of his suit. The other one was weird, because I was like, he's wet. And, like, he's...
This is why we don't wear capes, Zod!
But why's his cape? And...
I shouldn't have pulled it.
Whoa. I got bones.
I have bones? I thought I was made of jelly.
He's like, what have you done to me?
Yeah.
My parents taught me to hone my senses. Like, don't tell him that. Don't tell him you can hone those senses.
I'm just what I want to see.
But you're telling him what... That's just so funny. He's like, yeah, that's what my parents told me to do.
Hurts, doesn't it? No. Hurting is watching this movie. Jeez. And they still haven't even, like, landed a scratch on his suit. What did Jor-El make that out of?
Better material than those suits.
It's made out of tiny Batman.
And it's still hurting him. Yeah. I don't understand why.
I don't think it does. My thoughts on it is that he has trained his entire life to react to pain, like things that should hurt, and to the point where he's like
selling it,
yeah.
So
he's just
like,
wrestler.
He's a professional wrestler then. Like, so.
I mean, in Smallville he played football.
Yeah, that's true.
And he had to learn how to get tackled to not kill someone.
That was cute though. How he did it. He's like, because I think seeing one person tackle him. Like, oh, yeah, forgot. Oh, no, I gotta fall down.
Yeah.
And everybody will die.
Okay, so here's the thing. He's walking down the street of the city he grew up in. And he was there until he was at like a pretty good age of an adult. How is nobody going, Clark?
Clark is Superman? Well,
they don't know he's Superman yet. But there's like, Clark, what are you doing? You need to get out of here. Something crazy is happening. No, get out of here. But Clark...
Yeah, I think the thing that was kind of weird about this is like, why didn't Superman go to everybody and be like, leave? You just saw what I did to that
mill. Not even just go to them, just yell it and like, leave! And like all the windows shatter, have a really cool moment. Screw that building. These bullets aren't going to hurt me, but I'm gonna just fly through a building anyway.
Government, there's people in this town still.
Yeah.
You're just randomly shooting.
Should we be putting people's safety first?
No. Kill them.
I don't know. It's weird that there's Null, that guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Null, but I don't know who he's credited as. And then
when we started this movie and they were showing them before they went into the little penis pods, I was trying to look because he didn't have his mask on. I was like, that's him. I know that's him, but I can't see his face. Was that on purpose?
Yeah. And then this is pretty much Ursa, but she's not called that either.
Yeah.
And you're like, I like how you kept it. He's just standing there. Oh, shoot. He's like, yes, this is where I was aiming.
Yeah, why'd you tell her about the bus?
This is for the bus.
Will make you lose your promotion because...
Renovations better be good.
I hope you have insurance, High Hop.
Again, like, he's fighting someone that has combat capabilities, and he's probably never trained a day in his life.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder he's getting smacked into the ground.
That, and I'm like, there's people in this place. The Superman I know would have grabbed all the people.
Yeah. Or flown away from there to have them chase after him like he did in Superman 2.
Right here, fun fact, this was the first image they showed, remember?
Mm-hmm.
When they were trying to, like, oh, look, first image of Henry Cavill as Superman.
Just him getting his ass kicked and
yeah.
saved.
Now that we know, the picture looked even cooler, but then you're like, oh, that's why he got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And douche.
For real. Like, Null's not wearing a cape. Why is freaking Ursa?
Man, guys in Kansas, just let you know, we're going to raise the taxes because Superman ruined the streets.
This city needs renovations, I'm just going to be saying. Smallville should become Bigville next.
Yeah. The government should come in and kind of help them out because... oh, Sears.
Yep.
Is there even a Sears around anymore?
There's some. They're going out of business pretty bad, though.
Well, because of this movie.
Probably. And it's like, you realize how long it took for us to get past us being, like, featured in Man of Steel? Ugh.
And chickadee check. Boosh, doosh. More road work. More road work. Oh, man.
Gosh. Like, it's one of those, it seems like a really cool image of...
displaying his powers.
He went right through her hand, too. But no, like, yeah, but you look at, like, the government funding that's going to be needed for the roads. This town is screwed.
Yeah, it goes into poverty. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one caught him right in the head.
Yeah.
And we got a U-Haul.
Who doesn't like some U-Haul product placement as it's being thrown at your
You got some weird
helicopter.
product placements in here.
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get good product, so...
So he helped that guy dodge, but like it'd be funny if he just threw him down so hard he just killed him on accident.
Are you alright? Oh, he's dead.
I don't think your heels are supposed to be touching the back of your head.
Hey, government, there's still people in this town. Why are you shooting?
Watch out, all of you guys. She'll try to take the patches off your chest.
That would have been awesome if they made that reference.
Also,
nope, she's just going to kill him.
If I'm shooting at someone and they're not even moving, I'm the one moving.
Well, that and the fact, too, is like... that's my biggest problem with like movies in general when they're like, I'm like, why are you still shooting? You know you can't penetrate it whatsoever.
Well, and when you're firing off of the ship and you see that it just bounced off the guy's forehead, you're not doing damage. You need to stop and run away.
Run away.
Like, it's, I mean...
Yeah, oh, I saw us shooting earlier and we couldn't penetrate them, so I'm going to shoot.
Yeah. Just aiming for her breast, too. Did you see, like, 5 of those hit it? Granted, truth be told, if you are aiming for a person you want to kill him, you do go for the chest to hit the heart. It's better than trying to shoot him in the head. But...
This just seems like a lot of unnecessary destruction. Wait. Well...
Okay. You remember the train station we have?
To get your...
Bullets won't work. Maybe a knife will.
I got my knife, too.
well, mine's...
Bigger?
Mine's bigger.
I think that was the point of the scene. Mine's bigger than yours, Mr. Army Man.
Superman's like, man,
I just saved you.
I just saved your ass. Do you got a knife though? I could use a knife.
I like how this is the what stops this destruction before they go on to the final fight. Like her feeling reacting to this.
Yeah, her being able to feel and sense everything. Well, not feel, but her being able to hear everything.
Yeah. And wow. Zach's like, what else can we do to make this seem like so cool? Throw a train.
we just need to throw a train, maybe a kitchen sink, and everything and the kitchen sink will have been thrown in.
Yeah.
Gosh, they kill so many people in this fight.
Jeez. Going back and watching this, I'm like, whoa. And there's still cars going to...
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. I mean, granted, it's Kansas, so I don't know about that. But if it was like New York, I'd be surprised if someone's like, like, move the ship!
Come on! We gotta go here. Wait, that's New York. Well, everybody's dead.
Let's keep investigating.
And just keep shooting.
Anyone get the number of that train?
I'm like, he's not being very heroic in this.
He's also like got this evil looking look on his face.
Yeah, it's like, put down the gun. We all know, so.
Can we just shoot you to make sure? Okay, we'll leave you alone.
No, they shoot and the bullet comes back and kills him.
Ricochets off his face and just murders all of them.
They're like, well,
Superman's an enemy of the state now.
Not really. Right here's where he kind of gets the...
No. I'm saying if they shot and they killed all of them.
Oh, okay.
Then Superman would be an enemy of the state.
I was like, he should be the enemy of the state now for what he's done to this poor little town, but he gets the nod from him.
He's not our enemy. He's the enemy.
Shoot him! And we're all dead.
Yeah. So I also do wonder, though, that blade that she pulled out, if it's from Krypton, maybe it's made of some of the metals from that planet. I think maybe it could cut him.
And kill him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's randomly going through her.
Well, the movie Twister, where the old lady's in the house is about to collapse, and then they, like, get her out of there in time, but you're just like, what are you doing there? And also, Ma, this is why I told you to get insurance. This is going to cost so much to fix.
But it is built pretty well, and just like when they go back to this, when she sells the house.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that till now. Yeah, like the house is rebuilt. Oh wait, no. Wait, I take that back. In BVS, the house is fine, right?
Yeah, well, what you see of the house, I don't think you really see much of the house. I think the only thing from BBS that has anything to do with this is when he calls her. So that cop now knows he's Superman too.
This is the worst universe to keep secret identities.
For real. You know what'd be the funniest thing? That cop, he's like, "What's your name? Alexander Luthor?"
You're Luthor?
No. He's just like, you're a cop? No, I just dress up as them sometimes and just go around and have fun.
So hi, Kryptonite.
No, the Kryptonite doesn't exist yet. Remember?
More baby penis. It's oh yeah, right here.
How his cells are
has all the refugees.
Well, no. Well, it's all of Krypton's DNA is in Kal-El. So.
Well, wouldn't they have DNA of Krypton? Because they are Kryptonian?
They do, but I think the purpose of the Codex is to be the original copy. And if you copy off of them, it's just a copy of a copy, which will be diminished.
Well, I would take the copy because these guys get pretty strong pretty fast.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. If their physiologies work with human beings, just go down to Earth and,
just start banging.
Yeah. I mean...
that would be so much better of a movie, like seeing Zod go to a bar and try to pick up somebody.
You will kneel before Zod.
You will kneel before Zod. Then you just come back. He comes, walks out of the bathroom. Zip.
Sir, that's not the orifice you need to put them in to get them pregnant. Damn it!
Where'd you go? Why did you tell me? I thought that other way was weird when you tell me that I had to do that.
Then I banged 500 chicks. Why aren't any of them pregnant? So on this planet, they have this thing called birth control. What is that?
What is that? It's the kryptonite to your kryptonite.
To your Supermen, it's their kryptonite.
And everyone's dead there.
Somewhere in the Indian Ocean, I think, is where that is.
Oh, yeah, that comes up again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so If I remember, well, what was the point of this machine?
It's a terraforming machine.
Yes.
It's to change the planet's atmosphere into one more suitable for Kryptonians. But it was going to wipe out humans.
Superman did pretty well here.
Yeah. Well, that's the part that's really flipping confusing. Is like, the reason they wear those things on the planet is to stop them from getting overexposed to all of the stupid, like, particles and stuff like that are the sun that gives Superman his powers and makes it so he, like, sees through stuff and stuff like that. If you were born on that planet, you would probably be able to stand it better. So if this generation just wore the masks the entire time when they're outside and stuff, they're fine, then their kids, which they can get from all the sweet alien boning they could do,
all the sweet alien boning they could do,
would be more susceptible to or more accepting of the planet's atmosphere. Aquaman, I feel a disturbance.
Nah, that's fine. Watching Netflix too. What if you went like a behind the scenes, like everybody's watching Netflix?
It'd be a different kind of Netflix, though. It'd just be the net going through the sea picking fish.
I've seen this one.
Oh, I've never seen one with whales before.
Ooh. They cut the Wonder Woman. She's watching Netflix too. They cut the Flash.
She'd be in Europe right now, I think.
Yeah. She would have heard about this.
So this is the best part, though, of oh, he's dead. Oh, she's dead. The best part of BVS, though, is the beginning of this, when Bruce Wayne has to call and tell the guy to get out of the building and evacuate everyone. We're just like, did you need that? Was that a necessary call besides to establish your relationship?
That was weird in general because I'm like, is there a mutual relationship there? Because he takes it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like, was that like his second father figure? And Alfred's in the back like, ha 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 ha. I'm the only father figure you should have.
Okay, so who was your favorite Alfred out of the movie Alfreds?
My favorite Alfred? Oh, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Because I liked Jeremy Iron. But we didn't, once again, it's just like Jared Leto's Joker. I didn't get enough of him to be attached to him at all.
Mm-hmm.
I do go back to the Alfred in the Batman, Tim Burton Batman movie. Well, the 4 Batman movies with the same Alfred. I liked him. I like Michael Caine more because I felt he was definitely that father figure, and you felt more attached.
His name is Michael Gough. The guy who played the Alfred in the old Batman movies.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, or Gog.
Why? What is yours?
I really do actually like the original, or not the original one, but the Michael Gove one. Just because, here's the thing, is that, like, Alfred, since that time, has become a badass.
Yes.
Where he's just like...
You're making a TV show of him.
Yeah. He's just like a former Marine or something like that who just kicks ass.
And became a butler.
But as far as a person who I felt was like a really good father figure to Batman, now not to Bruce Wayne, but to Batman, I feel like Michael Gough was... Like, he supported everything Master Wayne wanted to do, but was really trying to get him out of the life and with a woman. Where you look at Michael Caine, and Michael Caine's just like, oh, he's so obsessed with Rachel. He's never going to like anyone else again.
That's a great accent, by the way. No, I like that album because there was cute scenes, too. No, Michael will go. Cute scenes where, when one of my favorites in... Batman Returns is when he eats that soup or whatever. He goes, "Oh, it's cold."
Fishisua.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be cold. It's like, oh.
Then Michael Keaton plays the solo. Oh, okay. He just starts eating it.
No, well, and then like in the very first Batman, he's talking about he's talking to Vicky Vale, like all three of them. He's telling these stories about when Master Bruce was a kid, and he's like, there he is off his horse. Carrying behind him with a skin knee, and that's the first and last time I ever gave Master Bruce a riding lesson. Like, yeah. He's telling these cute stories that really establish that they were connected. Where, I mean, in Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne left for a long time.
Yeah, they didn't have that, but Alfred cared in those.
He did,
and
but he cared about Bruce Wayne, but like the Batman aspect, he was never on board for.
No, that's what I liked about it. Especially in Dark Knight Rises, when he's like, "Dude, you went in recluse because of what happened. Just stop being Batman." Then when he died, quote unquote, I still love that scene where he's like looking at Martha and Thomas's grave. He's like, "I failed." Because that was sad, because it was like, oh yeah, that is true, because he swore to protect Bruce. He became Bruce's guardian. And then
the only and in that, the only problem with even trying to say Mike or Jeremy Irons is that he has like two halves of movies he's in, where like
that's what I mean. I don't have enough of him.
Which he could be great. But with Michael Gough and with Michael Caine, we have plenty of movies that we've seen them be in Alfred, and we saw it from the beginning too. Is another really distinguishing fact against Jeremy Irons is we got 20 years into being Batman Bruce Wayne with 20 years into being Batman's butler Alfred.
I didn't know Doc Ock was in this movie.
Shit.
Going back to what you're saying, what about 66 Alfred?
I'm trying to remember who played him in that one.
Yeah, with the big mustache, because he had the big curly mustache, and he was cool too.
I'll be honest, the only people that I remember from the 1966 Batman movie are Adam West, Cesar Romero, and Burt
Ward.
Burt Ward, yeah. Those are the only three people that I can, off the top of my head, remember. I remember that Catwoman was played by this really smoking hot woman.
Yeah, and fun fact, she wanted to play Catwoman again in the Batman Returns movie, so she showed up to Tim Burton's office dressed as a cat to try to get back her role. And Tim's like, you're not in the age group that we're...
I mean, if it was 66 and this was done in 80 or 90 something was when Batman Returns comes out.
Yeah.
So yeah, she would have been a little past her prime, but she was still a very, very nice looking woman. Like I feel like that's been a constant with Catwoman though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a live action movie Catwoman that's not like a hot person.
Yeah, I was gonna be like in Dark Knight. Oh yeah, it was Anne Hathaway.
Well, okay, so here's the thing: is that like out of the sexiest Catwomen for their time, definitely is Michelle Pfeiffer.
But I disagree with that.
You think it's Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway, because it's just because I'm biased because she's like one of those celebrity crushes. When I'm just like, I like Anne Hathaway.
I think she looks cute, but I think that she's not like she's an innocent kind of cute, where Anne Hathaway is like, or no, Anne Hathaway's an innocent kind of cute, where Michelle Pfeiffer's like a smoking kind of hot. Like she was an Ant-Man and the Wasp this year. Speaking of
Destruction.
Well, Destruction, but I was also talking about Lawrence Fishburne being in the movie.
Oh, yeah, Goliath.
But, like, she was hot even at that age. Like,
do you know what's so weird? As soon as you said that, I didn't put two and two together because Lawrence Fishburne's like, I'm jumping ship.
And I do hope that in later movies he gets, like, something.
Yeah, and, and I just feel like...
Not a lightning bolt through the chest like his comic counterpart, but,
After the BBS, he's like, and Marvel's like, huh? Yeah? And he's like, okay. All right, peace out, DC.
Is he not in Justice League?
Is he? I don't think he is.
There's at least one scene where Lois is in the Daily Planet.
Yeah, but he's not in that movie at all. Let me look it up while we're watching him talk.
Yeah. So, truth be told, for Man of Steel, the one saving grace it has is that this is supposed to be an introduction to a universe. So having a lot of talking parts is fine. Which, we'll put this on scale with Iron Man, which was the start of the MCU.
Yeah, which did far better.
The difference was, this one is a man kind of having to fight his people's past, where Iron Man is Tony Stark fighting his own past.
Yeah.
And it's a person who has no power except for financial power, which is a lot, but like he's intelligent too, in Tony Stark, against Superman, who makes some real stupid moves in this movie.
Just a quick fun fact. Was that He just took his Fortress of Solitude, right? Because that's what that was supposed to be, that outpost.
To my knowledge, it was. Like, there's been nothing established that seems like it's going to be a Fortress of Solitude.
There's been nothing established that it's a Superman movie.
True.
He was not in Justice League.
He wasn't in Justice League?
Because he got that Marvel money. I think that's what happened.
I think he went, I'd like to be in a movie that actually has some acclaim. I mean, he was also in the new John Wick movie.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Oh, can't wait for 3.
With the way that 2 ended for that one, I'm just like, how is 3 supposed to begin? Because, like, he's on the run from all the world's assassins.
That is one of my favorite endings to a movie in a long time, which we should cover sometime. Because when he's walking, he's like this. He's looking, and all of a sudden you see him like, who's not an assassin?
I don't know. That to me has the Men in Black 2 problem, or Men in Black problem, Men in Black 2 included, where it's like, is anyone not an alien? Like,
yeah.
Have we met a person that isn't in some way an alien or not? No? Okay.
Okay. Going back to the movie we're actually watching.
See, this is how riveting this movie is that for like the last 20 minutes, nothing of importance has happened, even though this is the climax of the movie.
This is where we're supposed to see Christopher Reeve. The little homage to him, if I'm correct, because they said that was one of the little cool Easter eggs that they did when the thing's going down on him and he actually looks up. Let's see, because I never saw it. Oh, there it is. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yep.
So pretty much they're saying that if you stretch Henry Cavill's face out wide enough, you'll get Christopher Reeves. Is that what I'm getting from that?
Yeah. Our hair is supposed to make you care. Like,
but we don't know any of these people. Like, we know who Perry White is, sort of. But as far as the girl and the guy with them, we've had like 2 interactions.
No, and that's the thing about this movie. There's no real established characters to care about.
Yeah.
You don't even care about Superman.
Well, like when Martha, like, I will say that Diane Lane, like, was the only person so far that's life's been threatened. I was just like, the first time watching. After that, I stopped caring. But the first time, I was like, you better not kill Martha. You better not.
Then the second time, you're like, kill her.
Well, the second time, I'm more like, well, I know she's not going to die. Why should I care that she's being threatened?
Yeah.
Especially because, like, it's one of those, if I was Superman and someone threatened my mom like that, hell yeah, I'd beat them into the ground. But the problem is that I don't care about Superman in that case.
Yeah, and I do like Superman. I do like the character a lot, but, man, with these movies, going back with all the Superman movies, they never really caught Superman. I would say the first one, yeah. The second one I really love, Richard Donner cut. But there was that. I'm waiting for that Superman movie that's going to be like, wow. That was the rendition of the character.
Well, see, and like with Justice League, the TV show, and the Superman anime, Superman cartoon before that, I feel like those really did capture him real well. Like, there's a fight he's having against, it's either Darkseid or Mongol, where he like busts him through a wall, and he's just like, that's the problem. It's not that I'm weak, it's that this entire world is like cardboard to me. If I really let loose, there's so many things I could do. And I'm just like, that's the Superman I want, is one who's a good, kind-hearted person.
But knows his powers.
And knows how threatening he is and doesn't want to be. Until he absolutely has to be. Also, that ship just came out of nowhere.
Oh, like in Death of Superman, when he's like, he has to get everything, and he's freaking Doomsday. You're like,
that's one we'll have to cover too.
Yeah. Let's go look on a Superman run, but we're covering the DCEU first.
Yeah. Well, that is, DCEU, but we'll have to do some Marvel mixed in it too.
Whoop, miss Butterfingers.
This is also supposed to be like a huge emotional moment.
Where he's destroying everything?
Yeah. Where you're just like, wait, Zod, can I ask why you brought the ship here in the first place?
Yeah. This is my Fortress of Solitude.
Well, it's not even that. Like, they have the Genesis Chamber on there. The thing that can bring people back, like, bring Krypton back to life. Why not just leave it where it is till everybody on Earth has died?
Look at this. Death. Destruction.
Hey guys, remember how thinking staying inside buildings would be safe for you? No.
I remember at the end of this movie, I I was laughing so hard because I was like, wait a minute, man. A team of the Avengers kept the battle in one area with not that much destruction, but enough. Then you go to Man of Steel, it's like, whoa, everybody's dead.
Yeah. Well, like, you talk about, what is it? The containment of Manhattan and how they wanted to nuke it anyway. The World Council wanted to nuke it. And they saved the day. Well, you deserve that, Lois. She just puts herself in these positions. Like, what is she even doing there? Like, oh, we need someone to put this in there. Did any of you pass kindergarten in here? Can you put rudimentary shapes inside the same shape?
But she's a reporter. That doesn't matter.
They admit that they're on a suicide mission.
Yeah.
The purpose is to crash that plane into the thing. Hey, go first. Oh!
Didn't we establish bullets do nothing?
I mean, oh, he's dead too.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. Now he's dead.
I think she should have ripped his head off at that point.
Yeah.
And the little... Do you even know what that does?
just nukes the planet. Like, I sent him in a baby carriage that has two things that it does. One is sends him to the planet. Two, you put that thing back in there, it nukes the planet. Oh no, how lucky she is that she fell out at the right time.
Oh yeah, because if they have that thing blow up, they get sucked in the
Phantom Drive.
Yeah,
they're being sucked back into the Phantom Zone.
Oh no, this time we don't have a ship. This sucks!
Except for the fact that she's falling.
Weirdly.
Yeah. And yet everything is being pulled up?
Yeah.
I've heard that before where they're like, why is Lois falling when cars are being picked up off the ground?
So this scene can happen.
Well, but if she was falling before... I was going to say, if she was falling before, he should be able to just, like, boost out of there fast.
It takes a couple of his teeth.
Just a car flies up in front of them and he just busts through. He's like, Lois, you okay? She's unconscious because she got hit by the car.
Look at that wasteland.
Don't worry. In like 11 months, LexCorp will have it running brand new.
Now they're in love.
Is it like, or is this like rescue syndrome where you're like, this person saved my life. Mwah. 2 months later, man, he's kind of a bore.
Yeah, he got the chick.
I'm going to hire that guy to work for my paper someday. No, he needs glasses.
He's no nerd.
Like, and that's the whole dispute about Superman wearing glasses. Something, I don't remember what it is, something perfectly explains it. I think it's one of the new 52 comics when they start coming out. In a way I'd never understood before. Is the reason that Superman, despite being like 6'6" and broad and God, like looking like him, the reason that the glasses make him hidden is twofold. One, he doesn't only wear glasses. He slouches over and he raises his voice an octave at all times. Two, is that people don't want to believe that guy is actually Superman.
Yeah, because he explains it to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they're eating in a bar when they're just... She's seriously... Wonder Woman's seriously just wearing glasses. And he's like, how come this works? And he's just like, because they see us fly up there, and they can never imagine us in this situation. And it's like, that makes so much more sense. That's actually a really good identity.
Yeah, because I remember... and I remember posting that on a Facebook post, and like this... Boom. Thank you, New 52.
It explains it, like, in a pretty compelling way.
Especially how Diane's like, how does this work? He goes, we look like regular people. Up there, we're gods, you know?
I like the college humor part, though. It's not like taking your glasses off. Where did Commissioner Gordon go? Oh, I hate you again.
He's like, my favorite too is like, when he puts on, oh, Gordon. So scary, man.
It's okay now. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm very easily confused. See, now we've gotten to the fight. Seriously, that last 5 minutes of us talking was nothing happening except for Zod explaining why he wants to beat up Superman.
Yeah.
Which, you're Zod. Why does Lex Luthor need to hate Superman? We don't need that explanation. We just need him to fight.
Yeah, just let him fight. Now, here we go.
Oh, gosh, what's the line?
Oh, yeah, because right here, Zod can't fly.
Yeah, Zod can't fly yet.
Yeah. Because I was like, I was seeing him run, I was like, oh, yeah. He hasn't discovered all his powers.
I mean, that's a really cool... Like, I think that's, like, the coolest running he does.
Okay, so this is where Bruce Wayne comes in, huh?
Yeah, this is the part where... They're in Wayne Tech's building right now,
Yeah.
I think, is what we're...
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no, if only I couldn't fly. Could you imagine the first time shooting laser beams out of your face?
Oh, my God.
Like, all I see is red and yellow.
I think I should go save people in this building. Nah.
Yeah. You just see, as this building's collapsing, you see the old guy just falling. Aww.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's...
Where's Bruce? Oh my goodness, man!
Guys, just accept your fate and die. Like, just accept it. That's all you're gonna be able to do.
Oh man, I'm causing a lot of destruction. Oh wait, cause more. Oh, right
see,
there.
LexCorp. Ha!
Yeah.
Told you. It wasn't on a building, but it was still there. Why is he just? He's like, ha! I just dodged an oil tanker. Nothing bad could. Oh, that blew up.
Maybe there's people in this car, in that car, that car. Hey, look at that car over there. Boom. Like, don't get me wrong. I do love the aspect of the fight and showing how powerful they are, but I don't like the aspect of, like, Superman not realizing
that he's killing thousands of people.
Yeah, and not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
That's why I explained to somebody, that's why I love this movie, just because, like, showing the strength of what these guys can do.
He also just said there's only one way this ends, either you die or I do. That's two ways. Just pointing that out.
Everybody watching along is probably like, wow.
I like how that, oh, look, more like Scorp. Ha, it was on a building too. I was right in that respect.
You were right.
You know what's funny is, I would rather have a steel beam thrown at me than molten lead flying at me.
I was bred to be a warrior, Carl.
Doesn't he always look... He looks really skinny, too.
Yeah, he does.
Like Zod. Like, he's wearing this big old armor, but when he takes it off, he doesn't look that, like...
It looks so clunky. And,
Yeah.
like, when I saw him, like, walking around, and I'm like, that suit is unnecessarily big. Okay, cool. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That makes much more sense.
Also,
he's learning.
Does he grab it, like, float the things around him, and he's part of the things floating? Because that glove didn't just drop to the ground; it floated around him.
That's what I was trying to understand. Because remember when Superman dies,
Oh, yeah.
then, like, the dirt's like rising. I'm like, wait a minute, when did that become a thing of Superman?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know.
See, this I like. I think this was so cool. Like seeing, like, going wide shot with that, and him punch. I'm like, yeah, that's how I can imagine. But then we go back into the town.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like you've never seen Superman punch a person through a building before, but it's normally not, like, that destructive. It's like a single hole through a building, where the building structure still stands. It's not wrecking the buildings.
Yeah, but I think that's why I think Zach got a little crazy. He was just like, oh, let's display his true powers and what really would happen. You know,
like that flying through a building for the most part is okay, but he's being thrown through it in this case. So,
oh, you imagine coming to work the next day? Like, what?
I don't think you'd go to work the next day. You'd either be dead from all the people in Metropolis that have died.
Well, just imagine how many paychecks. Right here.
Yeah,
Wayne Tech.
It'd be funny if the bat signal was on it too. Like the bat signal was just like, it's my private bat satellite.
No, this is what that'd be cool if they actually said. That's what got Bruce's attention while he was watching Netflix.
What happened to my connection?
What happened to my satellites?
Damn it!
What's going on? Let me turn on the... Oh!
Guess I have to go across the river now.
That was so weird.
Well, it's not like that's the first time that's been, like, sort of established. Do you remember Batman Forever? When Two-Face and...
Yeah, it's Metropolis is right across the way or something like that.
Well,
right?
It's not even that. It's that they're in this helicopter that takes off from the second beacon of Gotham in Gotham, and it runs into the Statue of Liberty, which is over in Metropolis. Like...
Yeah, there's some weird issues in those ones. Oh, right here. Fly up.
Fly up, cover his eyes, smash his head into the ground repeatedly. I mean, there are a lot of options. But here's the truth to it, though. I don't mind the fact that he kills him.
I love that fact. This is
wow, way to be morbid.
no for me.
Kill more, kill more, kill more.
For me personally, as much as I was bagging on this, the reason why I like this Superman is like, you know what? You're trying to go balls to the wall with this character and be like, you know what? Yeah, he killed, but he just killed that one, and that one's gonna teach him from now on. And here's his no face. Just a little fart. Hey, Lois recognizes. She goes this with her hand on her nose.
He's just like, Lois, you don't know my pain. What do you mean? I have super smelling.
Oh.
No, but there's I believe it's the Nostalgia Critic talks about how it teaches him, it's a good thing he kills Zod in the situation because it teaches him what his powers can do and that he can kill and that he can never cross that line again.
Yeah.
So
it shows too that he saved that family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was more important? This guy dying and that family's life. So, oh yeah, way to wreck a satellite.
That's not a satellite. That was a drone.
Yeah. Well, there goes $2 million. Thanks.
Actually, he says how much it is right here, I think.
Does he?
Yeah. See, and I like this general guy.
Yeah, I do too. I really, really liked him. I wish they...
12 million.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, everyone knows where you live now in Kansas
Literally.
City.
We tracked the thing that stopped at a Martha Kent's house and busted through your what's it called? Your farmhouse? We know that's where you are.
You're Clark Kent, right? No! He pulled on the glasses.
He's just like, yeah, if I'm Clark Kent, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. We already all know that too. Damn it!
Then the show's crying Peter Parker. Everyone knew but me. Oh, and here's a little, where's it at? Little tease.
Yeah, well, you can see that it says Ferris this time.
Yeah, but I don't ever remember her being in the service. But okay, sure. Give me that Easter egg.
She's an Air Force captain. Captain Ferris?
Yes, I know. But this just seems weird.
That she flirts with him? I mean, it'd be almost like she was that character, Star Sapphire, who loves things.
Yeah.
Has the power of love that we're never going to get, probably.
Yeah, because someone's like, who was it? Oh, the wifey was like, look, Ferris. I was like, that's not Carol Ferris. That was my first reaction. I was like, no, that's not her.
I mean, as far as actresses you would get to play Carol Ferris, I would rather have Blake Lively than her.
I like Blake Lively as Carol Ferris. Like, she had that little spunk to her. Just wish that movie turned out different.
You know what?
Oh, I forgot about this flashback. With the cape.
Yeah.
Oh, foreshadowing. Look, we're happy.
Is it really foreshadowing if nobody cares?
No, they care. Oh, look, he's being special again.
Aww.
Aww.
It's to me, I just see the Brandon Roth Superman scene here where he takes the ball for the dog and just chucks it and it's just gone.
And the dog's like, okay.
And you're like,
no, do you know what would be funny if Jonathan's like, Martha, he's wearing that damn cape again.
He's wearing the damn blanket we found him in again. Come on, I told you to burn that. I tried. It didn't work.
It's like that material is strong.
So now, 2 hours and 11 minutes into this 2 hour and 20-minute movie, we have Clark. We finally have Clark.
With those, see that booty?
Now
that was a strength booty.
He needs to use the word keen and nifty.
Keen.
Because remember that from... He even walked this entire way without the glasses, first and foremost.
Are you Superman? Oh, who are you?
You look like that guy that just wrecked Smallville and... Oh, no, you're not. You're Clark Kent. Never
mind. Chuckles. Whatever. She comes back in the next one, huh?
But, like, dude, I was part of the people that saved your life. You owe me at least a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not asking for anything at the end, but just, like, don't just treat me like a creep. I helped save your life.
Welcome to the Daily Planet.
Yeah,
Welcome to the planet. Sorry.
They have to say it as awkwardly as possible.
Well, that's the point to get across.
I know. She's like, Clark, you realize we need to talk about
Man of Steel.
You realize we need to talk about your costume, but we'll do that later. Okay, I guess we'll just stick with Clark Kent for right now. And with that, we've reached the end of Man of Steel. What do you think, Pops?
I need to go to the bathroom?
You know, when we first talked about doing this movie, I thought it was like a 3-hour movie, but it's only like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
From the first time I saw it, I absolutely loved it. It was breathtaking. But then I think as I consumed it more and more, then like taking some time away from it, you know, and watching it again, I'm like, this could have been something. Mm-hmm. If you've given us Man of Steel 2 and went in that direction of him trying to earn the people's respect because of what damage happened in this movie. Mm-hmm. Instead of automatically Warner Brothers like, well, we need Batman. Why? You don't need... If you want to... Iron Man established himself in a couple movies. Mm-hmm. You know?
We're still talking about Man of Steel, though, right?
Yeah, we're still talking about Man of Steel, but... In Man of Steel, I wish we had the second one. That's all I'm saying. I said if there was a part 2, it could have justified like him earning these people's respect, and at the end of that being the Man of Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That would have been really cool seeing. But automatically jumping from that to everybody hating Superman with no real redemption, and Batman hating him, and then you go into Justice League and it's like, oh, everything's all fine. He was a beacon of hope. I'm like, well, you guys didn't treat him like that in that last movie.
Okay.
And so if I have to give it an honest to God rating, I will give it a 5 out of 10.
Oh, we're jumping up to 10 this time.
Yeah, I'm jumping up to 10 because it's halfway there, but it could have been something special that I feel like they could have capitalized on with a second Man of Steel, but they rushed everything after.
Well, you heard it first. We've moved our scale to a 10.
I'm sorry about that. I had to because I was like, I need a halfway point.
Oh, that's cool. 2.5 is the halfway point to 5.
I know, but I wanted to go on an epic, more grand scale.
Fair enough.
And you?
Well, for the beginning of what was supposed to become a cinematic universe, and I think you're right that this was only supposed to be a one-off. Like, you can tease Luthor and Wayne all you want, but that's just establishing that this universe exists. But I don't... There was no romance between Lois Lane and Clark Kent. Zod's plan was super stupid because, as something has been pointed out before, if it was going to be a problem having the humans there, just go to Mars. Like, that could have been a really neat segue for Zod's people attacking Mars and terraforming it, or trying to terraform it, for the Martian Manhunter to become part of the DC's universe.
Yeah.
But no, you decide to be lazy and just stick with Superman. If we're going out of 10, I think I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Because you pick these great actors, Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne, Russell Crowe, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane. Like, you have this star-studded cast. And all you make me feel at the end is despair. Because, yeah, you know, Clark's working at the Daily Planet now, but thousands and thousands of people have died, and nobody cares. Until the next movie, nobody cares. Like, we have no reason to believe at this point that, you know, Superman's supposed to be anything to them. And you also take one of the greatest characters of all time and make him the most hopeless person. You know, Clark Kent getting picked on as a kid, I don't care about. Because he's Superman. Like, there's nothing these kids are going to do to him except for emotionally ostracize him. And even that, he just gets his daddy to come help him.
And you got to look at all the other incarnations of that, where he knew he was different, but he kind of made it his own to make it like, you know what, I'm still going to be the popular guy in high school-ish, you know, but still keep to myself, but still have a group of friends and not be Mr. Dark and Gloomy.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Pop Flix. If, like us, you like movies, maybe you like Shudder, here's a word on that.
And remember to follow us on Twitter at PopFlix1. Join us on Facebook and go to the Cplusstudios.com for more content, and join us next time.
And that's a wrap. Hey, you!
Me?
Yes, you. Who else would I be talking to, you fat piece of shit?
Oh.
Do you like horror, suspense, and thriller movies?
Actually, I'm more like My Little Pony.
Then have we got the streaming service for you. Shudder.
But I said...
With Shudder, you get unlimited, ad-free streaming of great thriller, suspense, and of course, horror for only $4.99 a month or $49.99 a year.
Oh, that is cheap.
Shut the hell up! That's what I thought. Shudder has the largest and fastest growing human-curated selections of thrilling and dangerous entertainment, and it updates weekly. Let's see what's on.
Wait, what? Oh my god, that guy just got his head chopped off. He just slit that woman's throat and is ripping out her still beating heart, it looks like. Yep. That was a heart he just pulled out. Oh, a shower scene. Yeah. Oh, she just got stabbed.
Shudder has a unique collection of exclusive and original films and series, horror classics, and blockbuster hits. How are you doing?
My little pony, my little pony.
Well, remember, you can stream it on all your favorite devices, like your iPad, right when you wake up. Or your Xbox One. Or your iPhone.
Oh, come on! Okay, just give me your phone. It's an Android, right?
Also, Android devices.
Jesus Christ!
Go to shudder.com/podcast. That's SHUDDER.com/podcast. And use the promo code CPLUS to get your 30-day trial free. And start watching now.
And remember to follow us on Twitter at PopFlix1. Join us on Facebook and go to the Cplusstudios.com for more content, and join us next time.
And that's a wrap.